Hey! be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjie. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past. The NPP cannot be underestimated. You know it, I know it. They've been in existence for a long time and have been changing their names up till this day. The nature of who they are. Listen. Munjie. The nature of who they are, what they are, where they've come from, is something they are happy with, and they will be there for a long time. Let's not mimic their behavior. Let us reach into the principles and the values that emerged out of the circumstances that gave birth to us. And if we can hold onto those principles and those values, we will move way into the future and no one can ever defeat us. We will ride and override any obstacle as we did in the past.
Simply, no decision that I have made in my role as Chief Justice or in my capacity as President of a panel of the Supreme Court has come from anything but a knowledge of law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. And the only answer one can give to all the hand-waving is the legal answer, unless we want something else. How many noises are made? No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law. No matter how many noises are made, the law is the law.
Kwatina mi mos jowulu ekire ho eye methodist dan na ekire ho ne ya seria because asem no kan ne nya no kore eti de wo ye you should know say I know it better. Binu apa no 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fa bibi jandam asem ne nya no kore akama ne nya no kore. Binu apa no 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fa bibi jandam asem ne nya no kore akama ne nya no kore. Binu apa no 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fa bibi jandam asam ne nya no kura kama ne nya no kure binu apa no 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fa bibi jandam asam ne nya no kura kama ne nya no kure binu apa no 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fa bibi jandam asam ne nya no kura kama ne nya no kure binu apa no 2016 me no na na ebo jandam ye fa bibi jandam asam ne nya no kura kama ne nya no kure. Asantefoni akanfo na the problem of this country. Yet so a yen can't. Asantefoni akanfo na the problem of this country. Yet so a yen can't. Asantefoni akanfo na the problem of this country. Yet so a yen can't. Asantefoni akanfo na the problem of this country. Yet so a yen can't.
All right, good evening and welcome to the show. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. It's exactly 4:36 p.m. U.S. East Coast time is definitely 8:36 in Ghana. This is an anti-corruption platform. We discuss social issues, political issues, and issues that are actually making headlines. Tonight's show is all about Ghana politics. We'll be delving into the issue of Afenyo Markin, the minority leader who has decided to strike police officers, assault police officers. We will delve into that matter. We also have some very important stories to deal with. We'll be dealing with the, let me see what's on the dashboard. We have something on, we have something on OSP. We're also going to talk about LI, the forest. LI. We will be talking about the lots and lots of things. Jane Mensah, Imani, Ghana. They have petition Shraj about some few things. Jane Mensah and the EC, her executives, they've been indulged in. These are things that are very important that we need to discuss. This and many more that we'll be talking about tonight. If you're watching me tonight, welcome to the most authoritative, most listened to platform on the planet right now. We'll be discussing Ghana. We are live on TV, Loud Silence TV, on Multi TV tonight. If you're in Africa, we are in 22 African countries, including Ghana. You can watch us live tonight. We're also live on YouTube tonight. You can watch us live on Loud Silence TV on YouTube. Loud Silence TV on YouTube. We're live on Loud Silence TV on Facebook this evening. Loud Silence TV on Facebook. We're also showing this show live on Loud Silence TV with Audio Respect page on Facebook, with Audio Respect page on Facebook. We are also live on Loud Silence Radio. You can listen to us live on radio. We have a radio app. Go to the Google Play Store and download Loud Silence Radio. You'll get us live tonight. Also, Loud Silence Radio on iOS or on Apple. All these platforms are blazing tonight. They are our affiliates moving this show around the world on all platforms. Midinya de Kevin Akobedu Taylor me and Amidi Jumadi hu chiame and then you bring a Ghana ho nsem inti na ya tenase na efa eye amanyosem ene nsema etwegu Ghana ye dwumadi a ye di na nwumbre ana ye bedi na nwumbre se ye bedwudwum ama Ghana for ehun no kra ne de ekoso e amanyosem ene sebio abrabom nsema ekoso Ghana ba bebi ni chepa e amanyosem ende nkomo esipono so a ye bedi hu dwuma unim se ye minority for leader ende wadane kromfo a otata police for din ede Afenyo Markin na some aba was a chirichire magana for ehun no kra no a thug who makes laws. That's very dangerous to our democracy. These are things that I was spend the time also na yamagana for nyina ehunu kreno. And intina yaje penny say nyumbre ye krono a Afenyo Markin or day a year politics ebo Ghana or tata police for ebo police for ni suno. Sebi wa wo hwem ofi no wonanka obo police ni asuma ankende Ghana Police Service for actual police service headed by the IGP omutuhu anamon adia Afenyo Markin ye na ndra no police for a statement aba and a statement in ebeka ho asem ene sebio atrobia Afenyo Markin enso etwa onim say yache no wakobo police ni asum asem we you might think say it's just about Afenyo Markin. This is the NPP. This is the leader of NPP in parliament. This is not a joke. You should not underestimate this matter. The leader of the minority in parliament went out there to slap a police officer. It represents the NPP as a political party in government, in opposition. It tells you a lot about the kind of political party we are dealing with. It also tells you how unprepared they are, how they feel so entitled that even in opposition, the disrespect for the rule of law is still enshrined in their practice. So you can clearly see that the actions of Afenyo Markin speaks a lot. And as you can see, the party, the base, the so-called middle class, the hierarchy of the party, they have refused to speak on it because that is what the NPP represent. They represent what we call chaos. They represent disrespect. They represent everything that you can find when it comes to people who are against the rule of law. Tonight, we will let you understand why the NPP as a political party in Nisa Ghana and Ibia adwene ho pose pathway omobe tie omokasa anase ye be consider say omobeba aban mu. If you say omo di party ni mende no enkwasiade omo ye no party kura ntumi ntia omo. You see party mpedifo defending a criminal act. This is clear misdemeanor, a member of parliament, not just a mere member of parliament, a member of parliament or ye minority leader. Ultimately in Sao Bedroom, no abo police ni asum. Near Ghana, it is not a big deal. It is a big deal to me. It is a big deal to reasonable, rational Ghanaians. And it's you remember to me bedroom ma Ghana for ehun the echo. Wow, shemo YouTube, good evening. Wow, shemo Facebook, so good evening. I know, say and you bring Inter ya crown, but Inter for I would say na yenina yede TV ase. Yen pese anubetia Inter for and yen pese Inter for so omanubetia ye. Na yede nipa bi a Manchester for ya breye and ya bedu bebi edui. Yehu nyama bebre few years yehu nyama bebre nti. Yen pese nyama bi ba ye bekebi. That but Inter for nye bibi na afi technology Barcelona na yentumi omo free Champions League me amini pani omo but I like the young team Barca parody of late but all right, on YouTube, no, good evening to Matilda Ahiabo. Thank you very much, Matilda, for being here tonight. Kwame Frimpong is live on YouTube. Bahilo watching me tonight. Thank you very much, Bahilo. Sahada too watching Kevin Tell and Gustim on Facebook. No, Kwame Mensah is live on Facebook. Albert is live on Facebook. Patience Kwashi is also watching me tonight on Facebook. Adams Osei is also live on Facebook tonight. On YouTube now, I can see Rose Asari watching me live tonight. Rose Osaje Fukwesi is live on Facebook. Dramani Bawa Iliasu also live on YouTube. No, I can see Charity Pukia. Good evening, Charity. Good evening to Akosia. Good evening to Thomas. Good evening to McDonald watching me tonight. Vivian is live here on YouTube. Nyantechi is live on YouTube. Na Latte is live on YouTube. On Facebook, I can see Patrick Kugbesika watching me tonight. And also Enyonam Ampong. All these guys around the world, there are so many of them, thousands watching me tonight. I'm into Mbomudi, and I really appreciate you being here tonight to watch the show every single day. We are blazing on numbers, we are blazing on facts. This is where the news is. Being Eddie Kevin Taylor, I am called Kevin Ekobedu Taylor. I'm a Ghanaian, I'm an American. I try my best to be more Ghanaian because I want to be free, and I expect things to be done well in Ghana. According to a woman, Nyoma Ekoye Mamia, me who say, Sebio. Impenifo edi oman so a omutumi esesa oman esesa nipa omutima brabo no That is what is giving me that courage and also that excitement in Arabia to come sit here. I want to enlighten people. I want Ghanaians to understand. Say, so what to Obama a politician the obeka sebi onenukro odi any juma obedi. These are the three things you need to basically assess politicians on. Inti ya ye juma ya church Ghana for nsem ya kano kra church Ghana any who say NDC in a political party omo kano kre omo di no kre sebi omo nya perfect, but when it comes to African politics, especially their leader John Dramani Mahama, over the years he has shown to say politics is not about lies, politics is not about tribalism, politics is not about separating people or trying to create some fashions. Politics is about being progressive, is being honest, is being humble. And for the past 4 months here, John Mahama be the president, how humility, respect, and intelligence are combining in a development ba. And it's not ending you be only make us say so dollar not edu 13. I drop it from 16 to 13 in less than 4 months, or basically in 4 months. So it should tell you something. You should know, say no, there's something happening. So there are some people in charge who are willing and ready to work to tell you the truth. That is the kind of governance or government we want, and we have it now. So it's our responsibility to support. I'll say a boy, they might make mistakes. That's fine. They are human. But we need to understand, say, the guidance now, the more mono, and it sometimes no, and no debate to me, actually, my way, a consistency. We are not calling for a one-party state, but we are calling for a long-term one party governance, which will help us shaping our destiny. I don't believe in one party state rule, but I believe it's some party should rule for a long time to shaping the destiny of the nation, so that at the end of the day, say free will be bad. They'll struggle to mess the country's shape up. Because if you don't get a party to come in to make sure, say, country, destiny, it has been shaped well, things have been grounded well, to the point whereby people just cannot come in and misbehave to say the Kufuor for 8 years, foolishly, stupidly messed up Ghana's economy and messed every single person up. For 8 years, we went through a very serious political trauma. And it's so difficult for us to even trust politicians. A president who is bringing back the love. He's bringing back the confidence. He's bringing back the belief. And gradually, we need to hold on to that and continue. So continuation is what we are preaching. We are trying our best to make Ghanaians understand, say, one party state, but we want a party that will basically use a long time to ground our destiny, to ground our development, to basically make us know where we are headed. That is the most important thing. Make nobody have this idea, say, we want one party to rule for 200 years. Obviously, NDC should rule for 46, 48 years, which is fine. But after that, consider another party. That party that comes in, another party will be later. So that MPP good at that. Party will be later. They cannot touch what we have built over the years. Adia Yanye for some time, and it's from 1992 when J.J. Rawlings started to all building crew where we had the constitution. We did not have a long-term plan. Send a party be beba obetumi focus etima igina aye adwuma ama nipa no akodum pempenso bi aka said these people, we want them to stay. It happens around the world. When a party develops, a party works, when a government delivers, the people themselves sometimes go against their will and be like, we want them to continue. And that is what we want the NDC to do. The constitution is clear. Every political party has 4 years to serve. After 4 years, they go back to ask for the people's mandate. But when the people watch government, they study political parties and see the way they do their things. They don't have any political party to compare to them. What the people do is they insist that that political party continue so that their destiny will be intact. And I believe if the NDC continues like this, build the trust of the people, bring the people along to govern, let the people know the truth, build the basics, correct the wrongs, and make sure we as a nation have some foresight and also a target to build or leave a legacy behind that. We the people will rise and say we need the NDC to continue. Whoever is in charge will be forced to continue because we will all want better government. We all need to help. We all need to get to that point whereby we will be satisfied to tell each other, say, you know something, what the NDC has done for the past 4 years, the leadership, they need to continue. And it will all depend on the delivery of the NDC, the transparency, the humility, the honesty, and the work. So if the NDC are able to prove to us that we can believe in them and take them for a long term, take them serious for a long term, then they need to deliver on their promise. So far for the past 4 months, the NDC have shown that delivery is something that they really, really care about. And this 4 months has been exceptional. You cannot give 100% in politics, but to me, I can give you about 80% when it comes to the NDC delivery in the first 4 months. So they should keep on going. Basa de Kabe Firma, I am editorial from the team. And there are some crass in Inter Milan. Inti, just say, Inter or the other moment was then make a cry. And there are some crass, but the Pacrania about the crank. Mr. P, Mr. Someone pon game na one can any part to us na bet the grass and SSA. And there are some sukrani. So on the serious note, what I was talking about in the say. All right, Ms. Kofi. What I'm talking about in the say, a party just don't get up and say, I want to rule, or a president or a particular person. So other countries are. You can say, oh, country where there now you say also because say no say it is not the majority of the time in this current form in our politics around the world, it is what you do, it is the delivery, it is what the people want. Mama can be chiramu say aban bi ba e say aban we the aban we ye in 4 months dollar every almost 17 to 13 na aban we cost said your oil na wonne me ya adwene adwuma we will insist to say aban we to us democratically. And how do we do that? We make sure we vote and keep the government in power. We make sure we vote and keep that party in power. It is not about you just saying say by force or say NDC to us. It is the delivery of the NDC. And you say, Sebio agro ebesoa ifranopa. You can see glimpses of different kind of leadership. You can see, say, we have a leadership. They are ready. They are willing. They are ready to accept criticism. They were even so humble in opposition. They accepted their criticism. They did not actually have a contact, or they lost touch with the people when they were in power. And when the NDC were in opposition, they studied our politics. They understood what we want. They respected our views. And it's around the nation to take our ideas to build or to create a manifesto. It showed that they were ready to work with us. And it is showing. Every single step the NDC takes, you could see the people, our voice is in there. Every single step the NDC takes, you can see clearly, say, Ghana for our fingerprint, our blueprint is in there. It is all because they took their time to listen to we, the people. They took their time to listen to Ghanaians. And technically, we are the ones governing. We are the ones ruling. We are the ones shaping our future and our destiny. It will be hard for anybody to come and take what we want from us. So all will depend on what the NDC does. It will depend on what John Dramani Mahama does. It depends on the consistency in what we are seeing. What we are seeing is good. He has to be consistent. He does not have to be perfect, but he has to be consistent, and he has to be humble, and he has to also basically at the end of the day govern with us. If the NDC holds our hand and we go through the troubles together, we go through the hardship together, we understand each other, we criticize them constructively, and they take that criticism and they change it into something positive, why not? We would stay with the NDC for over 46 years. And that is what I'm seeing now. We need to understand, say, as a nation, as we move on, as we monitor this government, we also have to be very, very convinced in what we want to do. Jack, I'm out for my bet saying. Now, I watch it. What's a bet? One go for say bet.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No, no answer mine. I watch it. It was for Belgium Pan. It was better Belgium Pan. It was two Belgium Pan. Why you why round what? Why you why round what? Why you why round what? Why you super why round what? It was for Belgium Pan. It was better Belgium Pan. It was two Belgium Pan. It was the Belgium Pan. Why you yell? Why round what? Why you yell? Why round what? Why you yell? Why round what? Wabone de moto. Yari papa no. Wabone de moto. Yari papa no. Wabone de moto. Wadrangwa. Wayoye. Wadrangwa. I want it. Original. I will move for bad. I want me to bad. Where you
I didn't want ding. Bet in wedding. Yeah, $40,000. Which is the diagram? Yatikano. Inter, hey, and DVC. But let's do the show. We're there by about story. I'll give you the update. In fact, the update is that I would drive be a Unshe game, my memo update. And they said the Agos is an Inter so Atticano and an Inter for Bassa for away. And I'm going, hey, I'm going for Nicaragua for. Didn't you share you? And so Chinaba Betsy. Into the air cat on Santos, the Azambuja. I Mr. Onya born no or 10 year massa. Yenina so share debu. Yenina so ye. I or channel pa over to the Nicaragua radio. So ya catch them Inter 442 no. Ya catch us Marino Martello. Time and Obobono. Ya catch us the players no substandard players. But the all round team Inter bar. Patello Matarazzi. Born or boy 1992. Edema Inter Milano. Matarazzi, Palesso and Moloko no. Utumusa Sabo Robobono and then Pelo mo ebo. But I will check it Bassa so few up. Hey, mo Nicaragua. Commentators. Technology. Barcelona. Barca shall have the fucking Inter shall have the dread. Me try bet me try to my pemo bet my pemo bet what be you be aba I me. Now this is just the end of the try na. Ya twa pemo ya twa butu. Inti ya twa butu no. And ye fa ho ye bedi and ye ne ye fa ho mo pa board ma mo biom mo pa mo na nan and ye still ye girim ba ko be wini enti ochina no pa mo de mo ko tie Nicaragua fo no and ye ne ya bo I miss Endra enter Barcelona omo ka ba say Barcelona mo de ya hia Barcelona for share and I'm say Ukoshebo Italy Brontes to announce a game name more dingy. Aya Inter Milan for Wawuni Matarazzi, Nenquara ya from Aya Pello, Aya Puntello, and Intalano Ella Matalata, or Yakora or free Aya Torino Croma, or Nini Ewa Inter. Now free Inter BP Aya Milan no Combo Aya under 12, Ewa Inter Milan under 12, no Nini Mufa under 17. In the Pedro Matello, or your player be a Inter for him, say, hey, Yenimu Yanamuna Tikuma say, aha, Santasi. Yenim go ba mudi mu fie santase abronsa wona na fie ase na mote ha church di po free inter boase obi free inter bekwai on na bebo we na free ha mo nka no kora mo Nicaragua commentators ne sports journalists na mugu Nicaragua company no Ochina omechere obi ase na wo hwe Barca team na se bi o mahye team no ebe ye nwanwa ye wo hwe efifi wa yes young boys but wo hwe sa boy na and obi a boni di na abrante na wo so akora na wo hwe se bi a otene no ho yese na papa free Congo na ne mame eka kwan mu na mo ba na ne mame ka ship mu na ne papa de twa kwan no and sa akora ne akora bi obobo but oba efifi Eric bobo bi wo ha chese ye hu bi da uyi eye Xavi na uyi Messi ni eye de Ronaldinho mo bobo ya eye Champions League record ne chese 1992 77 goals no man 33 no eye Eric and break sa jinx no into check Barcelona me say hey kotoko division asande kotoko bon krobo mo division omo no petesia boys omo no petition onson kotoko players be red jai bo ultimi nka kotoko asem etwo church dey see wo Barca any Barca midfield baby obi free e dey nkwasi asem na mo dey eye Nicaragua ho no kotoko ntumi she kotoko tia ya ultimi she 6 months on bobo obi an she go e so bi pay kotoko ntumi bon to net e na moto na mo be chechire mu akire ye mo na munim player bi anana baby odi free ba ye nipa obo ni dua girl okofa na first car first or toy kotoko player bi ni o perfect kotoko play bien wo perfect na monka kotoko asem enye kotoko ni ye na modima afa boat afa ship afa player ko PS Spain church plane Spain players o mase uni Spain player uni no wan Spain player, who could share Spain player way. Kwame Boateng na kotoko midfield. Can want some spend the time on home. Share mobile who may be or starting, baby or born ball free. Team our ball, Nenquara brim, the potential. Can want some Nejai Bassa, or more brevi. Almost okay. Near so some quasiasam, or a moment jum. Now, Master Foster, he was so they drew them with you, said you. Mr. Coffee, I get everything. I tell you today, Now, okay, moment you and I didn't go for which you. Now, answer the bedroom, the boy or your crom for your friend Williams and if it's upon Bassa share, intershare, where ye we, into Tiasia, Bassa share, intershare, where ye we. Your friend Williams and if it's upon, he's a thief. Obeko jail, bonfa ko ticket to asubeko jail. Anything the bonfa ko ticket to me pia bontene. Una, da be na mu hu na bontene. Waka dem. Ni tiri ho tutu. Ai Ghana anto yombo na mba. Enti bonfa ko ticket to ani tiri ho tutu. Mama no order so mbra metena Facebook. O se o ma me so beba. O se o nye me so beye. Kwasi ato. Enti aya Williams and Nefi Sapon. Technology na aboya me to investigate dem hu se Williams and Nefi Sapon oyewi. Nobody should do business with this criminal. The dad is a thief. He's a criminal too. Do not do business with this man. This man is a thief. The body Williams and Nefi Sapon. Now Williams and Nefi Sapon. Boy way yakat the onye or some person be ye be tata na akopin so be hye no akomfo. Ono anka kwa kogina dua so na wakunu ho. If we say enimguase eba na ne ma me benu meduru. Ne papa so bedu medrowu ono anka se bedu medrowu onka nanum asem na asem fa na asem nko because wanka and ye gina ne so and enyam na meka ma no e so ono aka enti Williams and Nefi Sapon ne ma me ne papa ne ma me so kromfo enti especially this boy Williams and Nefi Sapon. Wherever you meet this boy, wherever you meet him, catch and say Kevin Taylor say we go and clear yourself. Simple na damfo ene bomfa koteketwa Bova ko ticket to so a criminal case done so and also another a case bia and obetu 10 million Ghana cedis onim bova ko ticket to anim pressure the bomfa ko ticket to so or bre show our start on to be nyebiem ma si agro ni ntokwa nie me se ma pa ntokwa me mpa agro first me ka sa agro ni ntokwa nie me yi agro ne free me se ntokwa nie me first no me buy no me se agro nie ntokwa nie wo ya be ma yi ba ko me ma option bia me yi agro ne free bonfa ko tiketwa ma menye picture we free so entokwa nie me se agro nie entokwa nie me mpa agro me yi agro me se entokwa nie o ya be ma fa bom bonfa ko tiketwa ade na wo delete video no ade na endrechi ukọ court ukọ court wa meka de si court kire omo wo ye wi you are a criminal wo pempe mu tutu wo tiri wo nyina tutu untumi pia bontene se si a wo bre komedew me se entokwa nie maba I am not going anywhere me ri hia bonfa kwa tiketwa me ekobedu onyame ehira me na maba me say video na delete na ade na delete be ka kire nkofo bra social media wo de your Facebook live or bonkrim ewo taifa na wote ho no an me say bonk na wotim na o say de wo de wenye sika ma ofui bonk na wotim no me say ka kire Ghana for ntokwa ne first me ma option ba ko agro ne ntokwa ne me ya agro ne frim aye ntokwa ai enti be kire alikurantia u delete video no onzo untumi nye show untumi nye biem ada baba biaso gina kon so until so be catch Ghana for alikudientia u delete sa video no about lady no alikudientia one eye de eye anafi ukoje 1000 Ghana wa anafi wa ende ubeko jail kwatikitwa ubeko jail me makachro makegu so it cannot change u destiny no ubeko jail emrane ni ubedi bomfa kwatikitwa aka Bonfa Check Norris. Also why emre. Esi awu de onye ho wa wunye dwuma. Wa de displays. O yiri mbu because obema sa ende kokko okoboase a obi fa e na woto Jimmy unim de ekọ o de wadwene wo fom. O yiri kokko ende okoboase a OGs ne fa. On sende why useless. Obebre. Bonfa obebre bruta. Na mimi ko bebia o miginem. Na nse me te story bi ya say amanfo bi ebo Kevin Taylor dua and e sin nkofo bi akofa snap nkofo mo bodua no monko buso mo busuafo endra ba ko wu mo de mo sare a mo nenam Ghana mo Ghana na sa flat keke nkɔfo na yɛsɛ ɔmo bɔ mu dua no mo mfrɛ mo abusuafo mu sɛ ɔmo baako ewu nkɔfo na mo hu ɔmo camera nim no na ɔmo sɛ ɔmo bɔ mu dua no ɛndra baako ewu mo nkɔ bu sɛ ɔmo abusuafo ha yɛka bibi kyerɛ mo a mo nte edua na ɔmo bɔɔyɛ no saa edua na ɔmo bɔɔyɛ no eku baako ɛnra saa edua no bɛku ɔmo nyinaa yeah nti saa boys na ɔmo bɔ dua ɛnra na ɛndra ekyi osɛm sɛ Kevin Taylor nkɔfo bi kuta snap me say ɛndra baako ewu saa nkɔfo no mo say yɛ bɔ dua Kevin Taylor di otumfo atam deɛ no baako ewu mo mfrɛ obusuafo mu sɛ ɔmo baako wewu yɛ besie no mo deɛ mo hu bibia simple mo de te Ghana na mo hu bibia simple me deɛ mate baako ewu nkɔfo na mo so mo bɔ dua no baako ewu mo mfrɛ ɔmo na mo bɔ dua no sɛ ɔmo na mo bɔ dua no baako wɛn baako ewu the next one no bɛwu ɔmo nyina bɛwu na sɛ wo bɔ dua na wo bɔ no ɔmo ebenya ɔmo tiw ni de ebenya ɔmo saa nipa mienu na aka de dua no benya ɔmo na me akɔ dua bi enyame because me ndi obi abɔne na me nka bibia nkyerɛ obi a ɛna me mfa akoma bɔne nka bibia nkyerɛ obi a enti mienu na ɔmo kan de ɔmo bɛwu sɛ dua na me deɛ na me ka me deɛ na mo bɔ ndi enyame because be ɔbɔ no wewu ba ɔmo amaka de ɔmo bɛwu enti me deɛ me ka kyerɛ wo an baako ewu mo nkɔ bu sɛ ɔmo all right now my mention idea. This young girl is missing. Very, very important to say. Yetna ha yebe busa in some na yabua Ghana for. Nidin Eddie a year. The name, please. Hamida. I need to get her name. Nidin, a very young girl, and ni parents reached out to us that this girl has been missing for the past 2 days, and while we akwara we no try and report. There's a phone number you can call. Her name is Hidayah. That's her name, Hidayah. And this kid is missing. Oti Moshi Zongo, eho en akwara we ete Moshi Zongo with these 6 years. Where we akora we baby no freno the nearest police station of Fanako. Where we se pejini bi kuta nsa e de niko baby or she obi dem ana oti obi fie approach ni panaka yen se akora we ni parents ewo Moshi Zongo. Now sa akora we udru Moshi Zongo mosque hona ubusa obusa baba eye Baba Yaya, the banye. Right now, we cannot find this kid. For the past 2 days, the parents who know, we don't know where this kid is. And I'm pleading with more and more around Kumasi, Moshi Zongo, around the nation. So we need echa akora be say so. It's very important to say. Obe call the nearest police station. Now our reporter say we akora we na ebia opese we are very sure say on any parents and on your monam. Your friend no Hidayah. Ni parents no phone number and I'm able to join. While be akora you can call and tell the parents say omo embra na omo be rescue akora no. Location baby akora nete Moshi Zongo eho and akora we ete. Ne papa phone number is 024 744 4524 024 744 4524. Ne papa din ede Baba Yaya. So she's just 6 years. After the show, no, my team, they will post this picture and add the information to it. Na moi moso mo pese mo boa ne hwehwe akora we no maboa ama yehu bebia akora we wo very, very important say you be find akora we. Mr. S, Mr. P, I just sent you the information. You guys can post it right now on our page and let people know say we are looking for this very beautiful kid. Nidin Ede Hidayah. She's just 6 years old. Baby I'll Moshi Zongo. First. Moshi Zongo Mosque Honomono. You can find the parents into baby akurawe and now we near upon so baby. It's very important to say Obebwa Amaye baby. Or ne papa phone number 024 744 4524 0244 024 744 4524. The team, they will post this information on on our page or our platforms in Umbre. Into where Obehu information, pick the picture. Hidaya, a very beautiful kid. We can't find this kid. Into Yesremo, well, we need to be we will be let's try and find her. Very, very important. And we will also be on standby. So, be information. We'll also send our inbox on Facebook, email, Twitter, whatever you want. You can send the information. Na Sebio Yatre a year the parents to get this kid. It's my hope. Sir Akorawe, God Nyanko Pomwa na yehu Akorawe a very, very important Sebio Akorawe. Inti Sebio Wuswa Sebio Akorawe wo ebia wunim and Akorawe be pie ufie and I say for some reason obe pie wo unim be free woni apa so ayesrew. Try and bring this kid back. The nearest police station if I call on Nekatenzo from Moshizongo, police for the be free the number call into Yesrema. Let's try and rescue or find this little girl. Very, very important. Thank you very much, family. Now, and I think on the 8th, Nyaho Tamaklo, Mr. Nyaho Tamaklo, the birthday, or releasing a new book, your friend, A Nation into Retirement, a narrative of statesman. We a new book, Nyaho Tamaklo, actual. He will be celebrating his birthday, I think tomorrow, into Ochinano. Let's try and wish him, I don't know, the 8th, I think it's the 8th, right? Where? I want to get the date right. Yes, I want to get the date right. Mr. Nyaho Tamaklo, the birthday coming up. But the most interesting thing is he's written a new book. And book in the title here, A Nation into a Year Retirement. A Nation into Retirement. Let's try and get a copy. I think there's a lot in there he wants us to know as Ghanaians. Happy birthday in advance to him. And I hope God will add more years to his years. Nyaho Tamaklo has been on the block for a long time. He knows the in and out of our politics. He has been around for a long time. He knows what we want as a people when it comes to politics. Mama Yenso Yenye everything to support Nyaho Tamaklo's book launch. A Nation into Retirement. It is very, very important. Happy birthday, Mr. Tamaklo. God knows what is best, and God will add more years to your years. And also, thank you very much. Now, Papa we may can ask me. The funny thing is, say, a day or two ago, he granted an interview. No, can say, or a founding member of the MPP, which we all know, and it's a fact. Or can in some equals MPP more enye. MPP for the NTA. Now you know if Ghana no. Nyaho Tamaklo Kasawi and this boy called Kofi Ofosun Kansa came out to say Nyaho Tamaklo is not registered as NPP founding member. He is fake. This is a boy oba MPP we do 10 days. Oh, this is the disrespect these foolish lizards. Sanko Tremba we are MPP. This is what they do. And Kenya politics na say na yetanya. And Kakotreba we can sit on social media in the names of your MPP ni. Emma on team no Nigerian said, or your MPP ni chen Nyaho Tamaklo. Emma Nyaho Tamaklo to me grantee interview. Now boy we have a catcher Ghana for say Nyaho Tamaklo is not a member of the MPP. And that Nyaho Tamaklo is fake. Now Kotreba we. This is how low the party MPP air time for rational beings like us to sit and say, and you see this boy, he wants to go to parliament. These are the slimy, dirty piglets. Are more MPP more. They be more party in your time. Now, how can something like this? How can a lizard kotre one way or to me being an no didi Nyaho Tamaklo atem adaya MPP na efu ekufor na be say MPP and the penny MPP bium into this enkotre one can stand up in public. Now Nyaho Tamaklo mu di omusika she MPP mu no na sa akwa we sebi oni bema kura yentwaye na ne bema na achia left no na yentwaye. And so because of politics, because MPP na say, because they don't respect in penformity party no sa kofin cancer where the nimsa wo hwe ne nimsa wo hwe bema no ene ne nimsa wo politics na time. Hwe ne nim sa wo wa ya abortion hwe ne nim wo wa ya abortion na otwi ne toase hwe ne nim sa wo ono na no to be tia Nyaho Tamaklo. And these are the fools among politics at time. So sometimes people think obia to me can adwene no anante ko Shebe made him say wo pa. No be did nyawo tamakula tem. Na time na nyawo tamakula muti party no. Na we ne mami yes first abortion no yes second one ye ba be wo no. This is where we are. Na akwa we person di MPP enim everybody ediba parliament. Na we hwe n'anim say wo abortion hwe n'anim. It's all good. It's politics. It's MPP. We all know. We will deal with them. And into our opposition, no? This guy is a slug. Look at him. Why is it one son? Why is it one son? Why is there one son? Now we because Nyao Tamaklo is fake. You are telling Nyao Tamaklo he is fake. Kofi of Osun cancer. Now, remember, say 120 days now. Say GM be dear na why no. We need to understand the John Mahama administration led by John Mahama himself, no. Ejuma omaye no. So I Ghana ni na wama we ni anto form na wentia MPP for Jimmy for Bedrins ebemo adwene ayo se bibiansi nyoma esipa. People are taking advantage of the government good policies. John Mahama ebo a o share Ghana for nyina sa ebo no John Mahama ediso. And let me tell you, John Mahama from day one, catch him say, Onya Nyankopon. But when it comes to politics in Ghana, open politician obeka no krachro, and a political party obeka no krachro a NDC. And why? Because a bar NDC for share the social contract they actually had with us before election 2024. That contract between the NDC and the Omabe Former government, that contract, they are fulfilling theirs. They are part of the contract. We as citizens, our job is to support and pay our taxes. So far, we have been paying our taxes. What has the government done? Sir, in some NDC, political party in opposition, have they been able to fulfill? Have they been able to prove to us, say, they are different from the NPP? Because a party, the Omobeye, a boy mobesha mobedisuno, and no nebech says our party will be to my Jumudiana to Jomundi. So the question here is the NDC different from any political party in Ghana? The reason I'm saying that is to say, at this point, I don't want to compare NDC to MPP or MPP to NDC. The reason is that the NPP does not qualify to be compared to the NDC. They are not there yet. They cannot talk about anything now. So I can say compare us to the NDC. It is for now, no. I will not bring NPP close to NDC because in terms of nokre, in terms of helping Ghana for by telling them the truth and delivering, no, the NPP cannot compare itself to the NDC. In terms of people appreciating what a government and a political party has done in their lives, the NPP cannot compare itself to the NDC. At this point, I don't put the NPP and NDC on the same pedigree. I am still waiting, or we are still waiting for a party that will show, that will brand itself. Actually said they can, in the future, try and compete with the NDC. But so far, right now in Ghana, name any political party, it can compare itself to the NDC. I don't know, unless you don't want to be truthful to yourself. Unless you don't want to speak truth to yourself. Because all person kind of crepa. As we speak right now, no political party in Ghana can compare itself to the NDC. And not even the NDC being in power. It is just the NDC as a political party. When you pick them as political parties and you look at them as political parties, you look at the leadership, the way they do their things, the way they present themselves, the way they are able to send message, the way they respect and the way they adhere to rule of law. You can see clearly, say, we always make a big mistake by comparing the NPP to the NDC. Why should any Ghanaian today compare the NPP to the NDC? Because there's nothing about the NPP that at the end of the day, you can compare to the NDC and you say they are at par. There's nothing. What is it? Leadership? The NPP has no leadership. Achievement in governance? The NPP has no achievement in governance. When we are talking about truthfulness, the NPP is not truthful. When we are talking about delivery, when we talk about promises and delivering on your promises, the NPP for the past 8 years, even including Kufuor, the things they told Ghanaians, they could not deliver even 20% of it. Their own flagship program that they made noise about, one district, one factory, today none exist. We are talking about free SHS. It collapsed under MPP. We are talking about one constituency, one dam. It never existed. We are talking about them bringing the dollar from 16 to... They did not do anything. The job unemployment was out of the roof. Inflation in the history of the Republic of Ghana, MPP took it to 54. Today, we are looking at inflation dropping to like 12 by December. This is what we are talking about. So, when you put the MPP and NDC on a scale, we should not even try and put these two political parties on the same scale. The gap is different. The approach by these two political parties are different. So, we are still waiting for a party that is mature, that is intelligent, that is, importantly, truthful to the people to compare to the NDC. Now, this is first 120 days of John Dramani Mahama. Let's see what the NDC government, Omaye, under John Mahama, first 120 days, have they been able to deliver? Have they fulfilled their part of the bargain? Let us see. When in your mind, I was say, these are the things that MPP phone to me here because Omajin deep. Omajin so to distract them, but they cannot distract you because we are here to make sure the right thing is done. They will come and insult, forget them, they are frustrated. The NPP as a political party, the young ones are frustrated. They don't have anybody they can look up to and say, where do you hope would you hope in why not hope one more NPP? There's nobody. Bawumia is a liar. He said he's not truthful. Kennedy Japan is not mentally stable. Who can say I am the leader of the NPP? The minority leader is a thug, beating policemen. This is a party that belongs to the bin. Now let's look at NDC. First 120 days. John Mahama, Ediana Waye. In fact, he said, Yaboa, Diabeka, Yaboa, no Akabotia, now who show so. No, I can say, in some way, I can know. Kevin Taylor Bois, NDC for Bois, never can the end of credit share. I keep telling you, we will never have a perfect government. But what we are seeing here, what the NDC is doing, what John Mahama is doing, it is next to perfect. That is why we are happy and we are comfortable with this government. Now, nominate within the first 14 days the complete list of cabinet ministers for parliamentary approval. John Mahama Shebo said, Oba power, the first 14 days, Oba nominate the cabinet. John Mahama delivered. 2. Constitute the leanest and most efficient government under the Fourth Republic in my first 90 days in office. In less than 90 days, John Mahama to me put it together the smallest, the leanest government. And then I can say, John Mahama is still serving, or is still ruling, or is still governing. Very important word, governing, with 58 ministers. But Okase or the 16 ebeye. Now, John Mahama has even dropped to 58. It shows to say, in some kind of position, or deliver nina, said, establish a robust code of conduct and standard for all government officials. John Mahama yesterday launched the code of conduct. A book and I say conduct and ethics about na appointees senya ejuma omoye no embrabe da ho ombe ejuma no. John Mahama deliver and also deliver. He has delivered. These are the things or promise in opposition say in the first 120 days no beye, and all these things he has done it. This is why you need to keep the NPP out of power. This is why the NDC needs to rule for a very long time, because I'm kind of crazy. Number 4, hold a national economic dialogue to discuss the true state of the economy and prepare a homegrown fiscal consolidation program to guide the budget. John Mahama, about power in less than 3 months, in less than 120 days, in less than 90 days, or to me put together a national economic dialogue. And then I'm organizing what we need to do to save our economy. And no best brains when it comes to economic dialogue. Economy came together to give the government their piece of suggestion. The government took it in good faith. John Mahama promised, he delivered. And it's the dollar in less than 4 months, it has dropped from 16 to 13. It shows you say this is a government deliver. John Mahama shebwa odiso. And it's I was said Debiano Ujidi say the opeso obey. In fact, John Mahama is ruling with 56 ministers, not 58. Now, point 5. Ediana John Mahama Kaya or say, within my first 90 days in office, scrap the following draconian taxes to alleviate hardship and ease the high cost of doing business. E-levy, COVID levy, 10% levy on bet winnings and emission levy. John Mahama said the first 90 days, first 3 months, obey e-levy. Okay, so obey COVID-19 levy. Okay, so obey a 10% levy on bet and a bet tax. And okay, so obey emission tax. In 90 days, John Mahama, you win if you. This is the delivery. I can't watch them. This is no krena John Mahama. First 90 days, the okay, so obey no. In 90 days, in 3 months. John Mahama opposition or share say within my first 90 days in office, review taxes and levies on vehicles and equipment imported into the country for industrial and agricultural purposes. Time of opposition say so in the first 90 days the obey say equipment are importing sebio ebe agriculture adwuma no obe review taxes so send ye taxes and them no kind John Mahama mana yemra ya share taxes ebe gino sa equipment so tractor any equipment edi adwuma ma ekuayo ekoso no John Mahama shebo opposition so oba nyoma send ye yin report no obete so and them no ka say John Mahama in 90 days no less than that wa share samra no ma yate so John Mahama shebo NDC ya shebo a omodi so aban papa aba aban we na also do edi to omo so John Mahama aban we eka no kore. Now, there no kind be ma ebobe no share with this so. John Mahama said, commence drafting needed legal amendments and prepare for implementation of 24-hour economy policy under the office of the president. And the Menoka say the team that is supposed to sit and make sure they draft a solid policy that will guide the 24-hour economy, no? And that team has been launched. John Mahama within 90 days, 120 days. John Mahama, Adio can say obey about 24-hour economy. Sesiano, it is in progress. Almost started. This is a president who speaks truth. Besidio see a boano or chinombra shows no make say John Mahama boa onye Ghana for when asempano when no kreno now Diana John Mahama kanya or waya sebio omo person be kan no krachiremu. This is what or these are some of the things wasa ediso when you John Mahama ye or see establish an accelerated export development council, that's the AEDC, to promote exports as part of a broader strategy for economic transformation. Okay, so obe establish an accelerated export development council. Send be ye nyoma ye no krum ha no ye kotona bruchira. Okay, so obe ti ye ekua ebehwe so na omani akọ ho send be ye betumi produce more na sebe osanyoma no ye betumi eden aton wa bruchiri. Ono aka say sa ye AEDC we ono na betena pono no so ono na de ni behwe ono na sebio obey chairman or catch say ono na obenya special attention to make sure this works. And then okay say John Dramani Mahama why establish it and neni wo ho say ekuafo ene nyoma ye dua no kroma ye pese ebi ebusu aye ton no abrochiri no ono na mama neni akọ ho se de be ya ye export no ebe exceed ye import eba sana ye benya sika as oman na ye so ye de aboman ho bra. John Mahama shebo we John Mahama aye. Now, convene a national consultative conference on education to build consensus on needed improvement to the sector. John Mahama buying in less than 90 days and organizing Ghana for nyina ahemfo ekuafo soldier for police for educationists eye omo amako school omo teachers odo omo nyina kwotena ase and ye nyina adwene sene ebe ya eye Ghana adesua no ye betumi ehu sene ye betenetene no ene ntina ende ohwe school for aduane ya ejina ne na so sene ye bebesi schools ni bia ka ho sene infrastructure sene school curriculum no eye we nyina eye ade a John Mahama share opposition a me no ka say in 90 days ya na okasa obeye no John Mahama ebo a wo share no we di sa ebo no so. Now oba eye bibi to say implement the no academic fee policy for all first-year students in public tertiary institutions. Now I'll say universities, college of education, nursing training institution, and etc. John Mahama wo position no oka say so ba enkwara moko tertiary institutions eye aban institutions to say nursing colleges eye aban dia eye teacher training eye aban dia eye bibi to say university eye aban dia eye polytechnics eye aban dia. John Mahama shebo position said the first 90 days no or the mbrabeba enkwara moko eye tertiary institution eye aban dia no obi a first year on tiateku ende mbra no wahye ema ende enkwara wo school obi entuateku. John Mahama shebo John Mahama near to nchia and John Mahama ediso. This is what we call a government that is working for you. Me pese obi weka say yeboa na John Mahama nyeye de ebo bia wahye bia no ye dwudwam we na kire se aban we aban pa eba abeden ebeji Ghana edi no kure edi ne mra so. Now over the other part ene nyoma why in less than 90 days ebinie introduction introduce the following social interventions: free tertiary education for persons with disability, the Ghana Medical Care Trust. Odinkan share your bottom and onya power and say the 2 minimana or baby friend the Ghana Care Trust, Mahama Case, and the menokasi alanche or the first 6 months salary or the gum or say a year appointee bia or wa by mubiano almost first month salary no waje edia koto a year Mahama Case no a year footwa watia to wa sebio yare kwankro a echire Ghana for so ekunipa or say a yadia edana koma so ne maame ne papa yare ebo mu a eyesika semunti omontumi ansa sa yare no yare ne bi wo ha sebio ebo wa wodi beko wuom na ebe hia se ebe so ano yebe brabra no John Mahama ate foto se ne be ya eye MPP chairman a owo brekum sebio sekokuram anase ne kidi yare eba saa nipa no we nya sika yede saa foto we sika no ebe hwe no John Mahama shebo ende me no ka sei saa ebo na John Mahama she no waye den we di so osa shebo se eye sebio ye ne no ho aka people with disability omo person omo tertiary institution no or say or create eye bibi e friend no free tertiary eye tuition and education for ye nuanem omo ho aka people with disability ende me no kan ayemra se obi no waka na okọ tertiary institution okọ university polytechnic aban ebefa eyede education no enho kakakra na aban so aso omo asene. This is what John Mahama eshebo ewo position in first 3 months. John Mahama ayeden with this idea we so ma ende abayemra Ghana for na sebio ye di hu de we na kire aban papa we na kire president onim nyansa sebio oba say obechekire man ebi any commends the distribution of free sanitary pads to female students in primary and secondary schools. John Mahama opposition or shebo or the first 90 days no obe pasim ra yenuanom emma omo GSS to SS obia every month aban be supply sanitary pad emom de siesie omo mama ye masima sebio omo ho beti omo sebio ombenya confidence no as women sebio de ya dini yenyina ko GSS se oba be wo GSS akora be wo GSS na webu ni nsa na sebio bibinti oni sika o de beto pad owo SS na sebio senia emane de ma no so beba nipem sebio manu susumina so ebi mu ho a omuntumi sebio NCS omu ye nti na ama enka aba omu ho saa nyome nyina ne John Mahama ne Professor Nano Poko Adjuma adwene wehu se ebe hia se aban ebe che sanitary pads e de ama nkwara se ne be ya SS ene GSS fo no sebio aban so betuma so omasene na bosumi bia no aban be ma omo sanitary pad a omo de be den omo de be bo omo ho bra. Into these are things that John Mahama kan ya and the menoka say John Dramani Mahama ediso ema sebio wamano abede amana abemra. These are very important things that also Ghana for nyina yeti ase aban na ba ema aban no edi dwuma. Now first 90 days nie yeka introduction of the following social interventions and maka commends the distribution of free sanitary pads and maka institute inquiries and all forensic audits into the following matters of public interest. Collapse the indigenous Ghanaian banks and financial institutions at a supposed cost of 25 billion Ghana, illegal printing of money, the 58 million National Cathedral scandal, illegal and inflated single source contracts, COVID-19 expenditure scandal, PDS, Ejapa, SML ambulance, spare parts deal, 13th African Games, Skytrain, Paulugu Dam, Math Set scandal, Galamsey fraud, missing excavators and tricycles, Sputnik V and Boss scandal and others. John Mahama Kase Oba baby making sure say nyoma any chronubia akoso ye de Ghana for the past 8 years no obehwehwem and menoka say national service for omasem el court menoka say edubuahin national signal bureau for boss no and the ugina court and in Sembebra John Mahama kan Ahmed Swale in some kan so bema sebio ya start investigations and menuma and obigina court ya bonu kwedua and the court di hu asem John Mahama eka say bibi te say ejapade deal no obebie so em ye hu nokure wom PDS krono ankofo boy nokure wom and the John Mahama we the police investigation department any attorney general menoka say attorney general ehwe ho edi hu dwuma ohyeyebo say onfa bibia nsie menoka say John Dramani Mahama achirem amasisia no de okan no wase na oyo we na kire say MPP they can never compare themselves to the NDC when it comes to governance, honesty to the people. Now edie bio na John Mahama ayen in the first 90 days amanfo no epeso distracting mon person behu we nyina ye ebo a wo share Ghana for and the menoka say John Dramani Mahama we di sa ebo nyina so or say institute a government policy banning political appointees from purchasing state assets and Richia John Mahama amana yemra we ye government appointee and I say oye edwuma wa benmu you don't have Embrane say eni say Embrane ma ho kwan say obeto aban ejapade and wa pass samra no in 90 days ebo share John Mahama di so amana be yemra umpe we na opeka ya motium we enso John Mahama ye allocate seed money for the establishment of the Women's Development Bank. And then menoka say the first budget ato forcing Minister of Finance every Ghana for ye chesi kapudio edi atoa ye de ba be chekere Women's Bank boy or share Ghana for Professor Nano Pokwajiman Ghana for ma say Women's National Bank and Women's Bank no NDC bar omobeye and your first budget every year ye nyina eti ye finance minister chesi kapudio atoa Women's Bank no o ma start edi hudwuma 90 days boy or share Ghana no John Mahama edi so now launch the following priority job creation programs in the first budget. Ejumawura program and the menoka say Andre Chiana John Mahama Elanchi Ejumawura program and the young people in Ghana entrepreneurs abai so masene John Mahama launch program now they are getting access to funds almost so entrepreneurs self-sufficient to be able to operate their own business. John Mahama Eshebo why something like the national apprenticeship program menoka say ya launch the Andre Chi national apprenticeship program and the Ghana for and the obi a master or a seamstress or a master or a welder or a master and Korakro Moshana so betu mondo wako sa program ni bi and the ordinary Ghanaians say bibia jeguno they can be part of the national apprenticeship program aban eboa embebunu emomonya insanu djuma sebio owia wosumomo emomonya djuma paye we ene nyoma John Mahama ebo a meno ka say John Mahama ediso a abaye mra bibi etese de 1 million coders program and a week ago and John Mahama launched 1 million coders program and meno ka say over 250,000 young people are being trained right now boy share Ghana for meno ka say sa ebo no with so Emma the communications minister Sam George and John Mahama and a launchy program now menoka say your Ghana mebunua they are learning to become coders pay 1 million and so as time goes on young people will be trained 1 million young people and this program too is ongoing abino ebo share John Mahama ebo share in opposition na odiso in less than 90 days we na kire say obaye say obesom na wamba say obewia wekum na wasai ti say kufuado ba womia any Kennedy Japan now bibi to say Labour for lay before Parliament new bill to streamline government scholarship administration, prohibit political appointees from accessing government scholarships, and eliminate political patronage, cronyism, nepotism, and corruption in awarding government scholarships. And the Menoka say John Mahama at the bill na Parliament and oye aban munipa won't me encourage scholarship Emma Homa Sebio John Mahama de mrato ho oye aban munipa won't me enfa we influence encourage scholarship na sebio ehia forma koko fo a omudia koko eye kuafo omudia koko omudia eye de in Yaba, Omo Boa Ghana, Omo Sebio, Omo Ebini Omusema, or say a scholarship number Mombano, Sanko for deny Omo John Mahama de Mraba, and the Abamunipa, and the Omo Omuni Patituno, Omuni access to scholarship. A mo Ghana for Sebio, a mobile of one, Mona more access to scholarship, or the Samra to Parliament, and the Yakam Wasama, Inti Abayemra, way any Yoma John Mahama Shebo, with this. Now, or say, ban illegal and new mining activities in forest reserves, roll out our Tree for Life and Blue Water Initiative to heal and sustainably harness the environment by turning areas and water bodies degraded by illegal mining into economic and ecological recovery hubs. John Mahama Kaso Beshe, Eye Emra, sani ebetuma bo edie eye ye man ye ban ye nsuo ye nsase ene ye kwaye ho ban me no ka sei eye aban kasa mafo panyini eye Felix Ofosuko ache o ye me MP waka o se aban no se Parliament esaba eli sebio ebane nkofo se omuntumi nko eye ye kwayem dokodoko enkotu eye sika kokko no Parliament saba samra ne ye behye ema ye twem Ghana ni bia oye mining legitimate or illegitimate obia ni obetuma kokwayem akoti sika kokko ende me no ka sei eye ade a aban no ede akoto Parliament bie pe ye behye mra na sebio Ghana ni bia ni wa obetumi ewura eye kwaya kesiem akotu eye de egudie Nanado Danko Kufuado and the ma eye galamsey for ho kwan emomwura obi te se chema wontumi omutumi wura kwayem ekobu ye ndua se yensuo John Mahama shebo se so obedi tumi a samra no betwam ene me no ka sei wasa aka through eye government senior communicator Felix Ofosuko ache Okasama Jubilee House and our Flagstaff House or say aban say Parliament sa reconvene and our Parliament ba sebio omubedru ye na samra no omne beko emyetwam obia eni ho kwan a obewura kwayem akoyeden ako tu sika kokko we eye boa John Mahama share John Mahama say sabon with this so now eba eye other things that John Mahama eba wo share ya with this wa ebinie eboni binie ediana John Mahama kan ya opposition a wa share sebio waye So what's your boy? Kwako be on Facebook or YouTube, any TV, na Ghana for tie. When you know no kre, fenchem ye dwum ama wo hu no kre no de echo. Now, I say the launch the Black Star Experience Initiative as Ghana's flagship culture, art and tourism brand to transform Ghana into a preferred tourism destination. 3 days ago, na John Mahama launched a Black Star experience. How beautiful it looked. You artists and the talented people are in our creative art industry. And they who are munyinache, omo akumapa ebe support John Mahama. So they need to uplift our creative art, and also tourism attraction around the world. Into right now, no, or shebo say the creative art no onja omwechi and the menokai or the munyinaba on board. While launch it's a program. It has an office. We are now going to find a way to make sure say your creative art and your tourism sector no it will be uplifted for the world to know, recognize. Say Ghana no it's a tourism hub. In the John Mahama shebo position and I'm no say sa ebo no washe ediso as our lunch into the creative art so way out of goodwill no they are all willing to help this government, this president to make sure say your tourism hub and our industry no any creative art industry no it will be lifted to that level where they will be paid well, it will be attractive, it will be lucrative, it will bring more investment and more revenue to this country. John Mahama shebo position and I'm going to say governance at its best. John Mahama has launched the Black Star Experience. Commence investigative process to purge state security agencies of all militia and vigilante elements. Menoka say jakwa munyina ebo ejuma oshebo say police, military, any national security, any abai ahobambo agency bia na yede nipa bia kwhyem te say double mu a na omu botuo aya waso west wagon enkofo bi ede nyomakata obonima ombeku nipa botuo no John Mahama shebo position so oba agencies we nyina no obe make sure say ya sanctify ya claim ya make sure say aboni form wo mu nyina ye yi omu nyina fim and I mean okay the Ghana military are doing so, the Navy are doing so, the Ghana police service are doing so, the leadership have been changed and they are making sure the right things are done. Into John Mahama ball share in opposition in as you can see, he has delivered and he will keep delivering because John Mahama eshe wo neme bo and John Mahama is doing it. Now, edie biem na John Mahama eshe ho bo a wa ya me cheche mu achro. Reopen investigations into major unresolved criminal cases, including the 2020 election killings, Ayawaso West Wagon by election violence, murder of Ahmed Hussein Swale and Silas Ayadie Wilchami. Now, John Mahama in opposition, or Ghana for say, a war, any would be a course. Sebio, I was say, Yashishum, Nehu, a woody for Omudisa, would you know? John Mahama Gasa Obedrupe. Obama Attorney General, no, Police CID officer, no, FBA investigations into all these matters. Ahmed Swale, the Aminoke, John Mahama Betina, so in the 90 days now, and or the comma ASCID say, Omushim, Nanipa or Bo Ahmed Swale Tuno, Yachino, any Nipa or Sumano, any Omobukan from accomplices. Menoka say, Yachinipa, Yachobi de Dia, any Negina Quarter, Ye Dia Samna, Din Attorney General Ekutim. Sa in Sama Akaswa, 2020 election killings no Attorney General say kratani de denim ready a omo baba court na omo a omo hye kire maye bo nipa tuo e wo Techiman South any 2024 elections no John Dramani Mahama Shegana for boss say ye be bia investigations into it na ye hu say den nipa omo di sa bone no ya twe omo so these are the things as I speak to you no John Mahama ebo a ohye Ghana no we di sa ebo ni nyina so now Osa eshe Ghana for Bobi Odisa Eboniswana. It is this. Ose initiate a probe into the man-made disaster caused by the VRA spillage from the Akosobo and Kpong Dam that displaced and destroyed the livelihood of thousands of citizens in the Volta, Eastern and Greater Accra region. Now, Bukai say MP before Shada could be a year Akosobo Dam no emane ko twifa awonafo so Eastern region party bi and Sibio Greater Accra. John Mahama say obema omo bia investigations into this matter. Menoka say Attorney General ebia investigations omo hwehwem nipa omo di sa abone no John Mahama shebo say the first 90 days no obeye. Menoka say John Mahama ye ema investigations no a start into omo di sa abone no John Mahama ebo a ohye Ghana no sa abone we di so into 120 days 190 days John Mahama deliver about 90% of ebo Oshe Ghana for now over a year point 24 initiate a probe into the initiate immediate steps to compensate the flood victims, including those in Oti, Bono East, and Savannah regions. Omo asebio insuo efa omo a na aban no ehwehwe han MPP aban e dey politics eja omo masebio ebi mu bre no John Mahama shebo opposition say oba omo insuo fa omo eye flat for omo Oti region for Bono East and Savannah regions no oka say oba immediately obe make sure say ya pesike bi ato a ye de be compensate omo na say ye de be pata omo e wo fa yawa omo femu abra ye bie nsuo no e ma nipa bebre sebio omo hwere omo japade ene omo nkwa John Mahama ba ye no first 90 days John Mahama sa ebo no with this. Now, or say, carry out a shake-up of all loss-making SOEs, that's the state-owned enterprises, and realign them to break even and transition into profit-making. John Mahama can say, near state-owned enterprises, a friend SOEs. Sa enterprises in Yasha Bayan say, Nanso Juma no Mudin and Fan for Swam Rabain. Moka say John Mahama ba be one or say, there were a year SOEs and a buying agencies, we almost come into a begunu no a day, Wakabia boom, and also a mejibi. Send a bear omojuma no ebe konkane na ombetumi de den ombetumi de den revenue and I say in faswabe fie John Mahama buy in first 90 days no make sure say some agencies bi o ha okeka mu nyina ebomu e ma ne be one be more efficient inti menoka say John Mahama and mo na opese otu ema state agencies state owned enterprises etumi abo adwuma de infaso aba no John Mahama by in the first 90 days no obo say adwuma no e ma menoka say and the majority of them are effective. That is why you see the dollar going down, you see the economy doing well, you see the government basically at this point trying to pay all our debt gradually. These are some of the things that Abaya Onimnyansa or Sheba Odisuno or yeah. Inti John Mahama's first 120 days, he has done more than enough. He has done about 90% of about share Ghana for. And it's Mr. Demekacho said, there's nothing like a perfect government. You're going to have a government, Sebio, everything 100%. But what John Mahama and the NDC are doing, it is over a perfect government in terms of your development in this 4 months, in this 120 days. Juma John Mahama abo. Any dear we need to keep the NDC in power for 42 years and over. It's memo bi antena baby da enkan just say John Mahama 120 days dey na waye ene na menya abotire adwudwom ama wate ase. Support this government. Government will be mistakes. Young guy di omo. Aban be bibia bia yempe. Eno nche se aban mpe yasem. Aban be di no kura kire yen gintum. Yen di no kura kire aban no. Yen tue tax. Aban so emphasis sika no emwaye. Eno na sesi a yehu a esesa ewe abrabom. Inflation akofom and the employment ekosro. There are so many avenues aban ebia ye fam bebu no dwuma. As we speak, infrastructure is about to start. When we say ekwan bi wa ya start ye nsa wom ni ade you could say aban no started in nsa keka kwan. Ye ka policies aban ka se obeye ni nyina no it's in the line. It is very, very important to say, we are Ghanaian. Say this government came to serve you. This government came to protect and to serve you as a nation. Do not let anybody lie to you. John Mahama and NDC Abu Ejuma 120 days where you won't be in the history of Ghana, and we will support this government. We will make sure say Aban we better swatch it. Aban we aban pa, aban we nimnyansa, aban we kanokre, aban we sebio entry and tro. Into every Ghanaian should understand the first 120 days, so me man the percentage are 120%. They have crossed the 100%. Me who be that? I followed politics for a long time. Nana the Danko Ekufuado, obetina abemu 7 months, none the policy bakukro implement here. I'm telling you, go back and check. But this is just 3 months to 4 months. John Mahama has crossed the 100% mark. He is doing 120%. It shows how ready they are to make sure Obabua more Ghana for. Into Ghana for, as time goes on, I'll be coming to make sure say adia John Mahama biano medwudwam pepepe emamati ase send enyumbre maje penny say mubetie eye asempa no. Now, let's go to this matter that is making lots and lots of headlines. And before Mekomuno, there are a few things I'm best to busa abino. Makacha Ghana for say, as I sit here, I don't work for the government. I check the government. The reason why some people don't like me is they say, sometimes in their head, they feel say Kevin Taylor controls the government. No, Kevin Taylor checks the government. And whatever Kevin Taylor talks about is what the people want to be spoken on. And then sometimes a man for few say, Kevin is too powerful. It is not because I'm powerful. It is because the people who watch me are powerful. And the government is a listening government. And then I'm arguing yourself, you're powerful because the government knows that majority of the people are listening. And that if they don't listen to the people, they will have a problem. And see, I am not powerful. The people who are watching me, or the people who watch me are powerful. And the government knows the people are powerful. It is all one banya, Sebio Otieme, Nase, indirectly, Otieni Pana, the government is a listening government. If you're a journalist, a human in your day, Makacha journalist or more Ghana, the job is not difficult. As far as you are going to use the principles to do the job, that's all. Don't make things up. Don't create confusion. Don't make stories out of nothing. Get your facts right. So ukuta facts na ejuma we na fu e Ghana. Area say ejuma e fu pani journalism. Because journalism rule near Bakupe apply the code. And the code is speak the truth. Do not taint the fact. That's all. Upe juma din wasasi we so mre. Ejuma fu asasi we so journalism. The only way bet my phone says so kind of cry. Ejuma ne fu. Now so kind of cry. This is the most difficult job because so kind of cry. They be able to now to ayampia. Now you so be no one tokwa. Now you so be town. Now you say oh kaide o kan enra. Me metena ha. Me enforce mo say me kaide me kan enra because them kan enra near facts. Into a Juma way, technically, the amount my platform we are strong and say Abiding recognize the strength of the people. And Abiding knows where the people, their ear is. So when I speak, the government knows the people are speaking through me. So it is not me that is powerful. The people are the ones who are powerful. So if the government is listening to my platform and listening and maybe sometimes listen to the things I say, not because me are extraordinary, it is because the government knows the people's ear is here. And if you're a journalist and you want the people's ear to be on your platform, all that you need to do is use the facts. That's all. And you're ding. And you hey, and I wait here, and Ibrahim Hama, and I Dabi, and no, Jimmy. You need to bring the facts and make your case. And then I Ghana form Nimnyansano because say yes, technology, because they'll go and fact check you. I'm going to fact check this one. Technology, I know it will prove say you are telling the gospel truth. And then tietiemu, and yacho. Enya munato enya sebio bema anase kotitietia nyansa ene ahobrase ene nokore. The platform belongs to the people. The eye of the people, or the ears of the people no ewaha. That is why sometimes more Ghana, some of you feel say I control government. Me metia me to abai kraman to be. Me president onyamadamfo. Me mo abai na mo chichire ono enya na me chichire. My job here is to check the government. Inti if you are a smart government, you look out for platforms that the people's ear. That is where you, the government, so you're smart, now you're intelligent, now you're listening. That is where you listen. And anytime some of you think say, I control the government, I don't. The people who listen to me, they control the government. Now, here, and I want to speak to the government about something. This woman, I'm asking a simple question, and I'm asking the government of the day. These are three women. Obia nim their position in our politics. Some were appointed by Akufo-Addo. In fact, one was a personal secretary to Akufo-Addo. Now, it's been 4 months, 120 days. I want to ask the president a simple question. The CEO of Food and Drugs Authority, a friend of Delis, Mimi Dakun, Yvonne Nana Efriye Opare, MD, Ghana Airport Company Limited, and Saratu Atta, CIP, Ghana Airport, Kotoka International Airport. Mibusa, the government of the day, say, and this is directed at the President of the Republic. Why are these women still at posts? Because when the MPP were in government, these people were at posts and they did not deliver. So nobody can convince me, say, these three women, they should still be at posts. There was a reason why Ghanaians voted. And the vote was for you to change managers, for you to change people who had run this country down. This lady at the Ghana Food and Drugs Authority, this woman needs to be sacked. She needs to be kicked out. This woman at the Ghana Airport Company, this woman needs to be kicked out. This woman who used to be the personal secretary to Akufo-Addo, Saratu Atta, what is she doing at CIP? From my checks, CIP has not even produced one receipt of revenue collected by the government of the day. This woman, Saratu Atta. So why should the government be keeping these women? Why should they be at post? And those people who are in this government protecting these women who are incompetent, who think their personal interest is what the people they can use to lie to the people. I am telling you today, you have to pick a fight with me, because until these people are sacked, I will never make John Mahama. You will never rest. They are equally competent Ghanaians and competent NDC people, NDC women who can fill these positions. John Mahama told us that his second coming, his third coming, he wanted to give women opportunity. These are women who could not deliver, and they are not the only women in Ghana. So these women are supposed to be sacked. Whoever is in the NDC who thinks he's powerful, he can use his fucking power, small power that they have gotten, to intimidate people for these women to be kept there. I am telling you, then I'll go into the grave with you. These 3 women are supposed to be sacked. And this goes to the president. If you want the people to trust you, if you want the people to know that you came to serve with people who believe in your vision, because none of these people believe in your vision. They believed in the Ekufu-Addo MPP vision. So why is it that today, John Mahama, you have power, and these 3 incompetent ladies are still filling positions, whilst we have women in the NDC and women in Ghana who are equally qualified than these women to do this job? So, Mr. President, with all due respect to you, Mr. President, whoever is in the NDC thinking that these are his girls, let me say this again. Whoever is in the NDC thinking that these are his girls, he can use these women to feel important in the NDC, then you, this person, have an issue with you. You will not rest, and I wouldn't rest until these women are checked and sacked. So, Mr. President, I am directing this at you. I am not going to direct it to anybody. I am directing this at you. You are not weak. You came in to serve. You came in to do what we want. These women do not believe in your vision. The people who believe in your vision are the people who supported you to come to power. And those are the people you need to put in positions to help you sustain this government and keep your party in power. This lady at Ghana Food and Drugs Authority, she needs to be sacked. Mami we were born chrono tiwa obo at the Papa Ben Food and Drugs Authority. This woman, Yvonne Nana Efriye, this is an MPP card bearing member. We know her affiliation to Ekufu-Addo. We know her affiliation to the MPP. Why are we? And I'll direct this to Julius Debra and the rest in the Jubilee House, the Flagstaff House, the Chief of Staffs. Julius Debra, Standogbe. I'm directing to Valerie Sawyer. I'm directing to the president. You people need to take action. All of you people at this Flagstaff House, this is not a joke. If you people can't do the job, walk out. It is not about presidential ambition. It is not about, hey, this person here, he pleases the left and he pleases the right. That nonsense I don't want to hear. It is not about feeling that this is my time to be president. This is the time somebody has to do something for me. This is not the time for people to think that I reach to the left, I reach to the right. That is my foot. I need somebody who can lead. And you people should take action on this, or else we will organize the base. We will organize the base, because people cannot put their lives on the line. We can bring John Mahama to power for some people's selfish, stupid interest to overshadow the party's vision. That nonsense will not happen. So you people should make sure next week these women, they are moved, or else they'll be part of my show. And Mr. President, you will not breathe. Every single day I will be on you. I will let the people understand that you are not being truthful until these ladies are kicked out. This NCCE lady, she's not here. She needs to be sacked. NCCE lady, she needs to be sacked. In fact, I will bring the list of people who are not supposed to be in this government. Ade omomuye Juma, eka Ghana hon sempa, e believe in the vision of John Mahama and NDC. Omo yankwasi afwana. Ejuma ben and Mawe ya, they cannot be kicked out from their positions. And Mawe omo chenwai. Sa lady a friend Saratu Ata, she was a personal secretary to Ekufu-Addo. Ade ye Jimmy ana. Ana say mojin say etikro ye Jimmy. And people should just work for you people, and that these people will be sitting and enjoying the perks. Abra almost bri omojeni efa ka koye campaigns. Eko nkrase, women who are equally intelligent, women who are capable of doing this job. And I'm directing this to this person in the NDC, and I know you. And you think you can take the NDC and make it your property. You can't. Because people sacrifice their lives to bring the NDC where they are. Not a single person. And then the power couldn't seek the NDC about power. I'm making this clear. Those people who are working in Ghana, making themselves feel say they are the ones who are financially controlling the NDC, and they did put all their money in the NDC. See, I can see a receipt about a printing obia invoice. Those people will go to their rooms, they will not come out again. Because majority of you people, you are working with names, you don't contribute anything to the NDC. And we don't want to do dirty. Because if you people want us to go dirty, we can go dirty. Maintain your levels. These women will leave. May say, I am not here to please you people. I am not here to please anybody in the NDC. If I'm not even here to please John Mahama, who the hell is in the NDC? Obey to me, I can say, maybe please, you know. John Mahama that I decided. John Mahama that Ghanaians have hope in. We all put everything on the line to bring back to power. If John Mahama, I'm not going to make John Mahama rest. Who is the chicken to make noise? Mr. Dencham no and I say I will not make him rest because if these decisions are not taken, I will not make the president rest. Who is the chicken who is going to make noise? No chicken. No chicken. I am not indebted to anybody in the NDC. Nobody. Mindi Obiaka and I'm Obian side contract. And nobody is my friend. The right thing must be done. These three women, they all have to be fired. They all have to be kicked out. Decent people, competent women, Ghanaians, men, they can fill this position. I don't want to come back to this matter because when I come back to this matter, the Flagstaff house will not look good. The grassroots too, they need jobs. There are women who can do this job. These are three corrupt women. And that man in the NDC who thinks that you can force your way to intimidate people, me, I'm ready for you. I am telling you, I respect you, but I am ready. These women, they'll be changed, whether you like it or not. Now, make us show you something here. It's exactly 10 p.m. in Ghana. Mumi and Jujum, Abuache, Yejinem, Gigim.
Yo! We are best fishermen. No, no answer mine. Abuache. You will for Belgium Fund. It will be a Belgium Fund. It will do a Belgium Fund. Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? Why you're here? Super, why round what? It will for Belgium Fund. It will be a Belgium Fund. It will do a Belgium Fund. It will do a Belgium Fund. Why you're here? Why round what? 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 Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Yeah, we papa no. What one is the motto? Why round what? Why you're here? Why round what? I want it. Original.
All right, let's take care of the rest of the news. It's got to do with the minority leader Afenyo Markin. Now, Afenyo Markin as the minority leader, no, to see I make John Mahama, ne 120 days, Juma John Mahama I wanted Ghanaians to know, and I'm a boy. Sometimes you ask yourself, say, Debiana MPP for Ebusa say, na John Mahama ne NDC for about power no first 120 days, dear no my. And the question you also need to ask yourself, and say, NPP bought opposition 120 days under the leadership of Afenyo Markin. What have they achieved? Mibusau, 120 days. John Mahama and the NDC, they have led this country. And you hear the NPP every day. Oh, Adiana, John Mahama, as an opposition party, there's something that opposition needs to do to make you Ghanaian now or share opposition. Because, okay, I'm looking at opposition. They are showing glimpses. They are showing some little tendencies. Say, if they are given the chance, they can come in and do better. 120 days under the leadership of Afenyo Markin as the minority leader of the NPP in parliament, under the leadership of this thug, this fool who calls himself a politician, under the leadership of this pedophile protector, under the leadership of this guy who basically thinks he can push everybody under the bus because of politics, under the leadership of this thug, this criminal who slaps police officers, under the leadership of this idiot, what has the NPP in opposition, what have they been able to achieve? And today, I'm going to prove to you why, as a Ghanaian, an opposition party needs to prove itself more than the party in government. Because if it calls itself the alternative, then it needs to do things and say things and act in a way that will make you consider that alternative. And most importantly, when a party is in opposition, the leadership should be the eye. It should be the most important part of that party. And this twerp, this disease of a criminal calling himself a politician, Afenyo Markin, a leader who basically slaps a police officer in public. I want to ask, under his leadership as the leader of the NPP in parliament, what has the opposition achieved? I will tell you. But before that, I want us to look into this matter of Afenyo Markin slapping a police officer, the deliberate lies. You see, the NPP as a political party, they are still thinking, say, Ghana for Jimmy. They are still thinking, say, we Ghanaians, we still don't understand the omoye any atro. You see these people, from the day Omote party, every single thing Kwame Nkrumah ye omo daneno. Every single thing JJ Rollins Babe ye omo daneno. Every single thing Atamel Sine Mahama Baye omo daneno. Every single thing Mahama Baye omo daneno. Every single thing Mahama ye nende omo daneno. It's a party that is enshrined. A party a yedi atro ene etiti omo. They don't care. You can catch them holding a knife, stabbing another human being. They will tell you, say, that knife was a carrot. And I know these people. These are people who kill. They smile about it. These are people who murdered J.B. Dankwa. They never mentioned his name for 8 years on any platform. These are people who deliberately poisoned John Kuma. They did it. Till date, they have not even mentioned John Kuma's name again. These are people who send party boys to go to Ayawasu to brutalize Ghanaians. These are people who put thugs, criminals, murderers in military and police uniforms and tell them to go and kill civilians because they want power. This is a political party that is enshrined. This is a political party that believes in killing, destroying, and lying. So NPP, Asamoba, na omo part of the story. You need to take a step back and watch this group of thugs. Watch this group of rapists, disease of political incarnates. Watch these people who never speak the truth. Listen to them carefully. You will see, say, it's a party that is not ready. That is not ready to respect the intelligence of Ghanaians. And a typical example is this social vice. This wayward, diabolical character filled with poisonous intentions. This filthy political bandits. This misguided, hopeless, senseless, criminal-minded political insects, Afenyo Markin. These are the people who are leading the NPP today. Now, this is a man who has stolen Winneba for Asase for 99 years. Kasongo 99. Don't get it me twisted. Now, Asama Abedawa, Yenina Yehu video evidence. You and I, we have watched the video several times. You and I, we have taken our time to analyze the video. No? Now, Endra Asamde Baye, no? The Ghana Police Service led by the IGP and then the CID office, they released a statement. And you know one interesting thing? In the statement, now Ghana Police, release, they made some astonishing statement. Oh, sorry. They made some a statement that basically exposes the NPP. That statement was very technical, and that statement was very critical. That statement, the Ghana Police Service, a release, so we are very intelligent now. Even from the CID boss, nenum on one kaseka, any that statement they issued that you could see, say the Ghana Police Service, the CID department, they took their time to put that statement out. Say Afenyo Markin, he needs to be investigated when it comes to assaulting a police officer. Now, you see, the NPP have a way of lying. It does not matter who you are. The moment you join the NPP, you become a devil. And the devil is a liar. And this guy called Richard Ahiagba, the communications director, he was the first person to come to Joy FM after they assaulted the police officer to lie about what happened. Now, after they assaulted the police officer, now you're by inside Ghana for no cre about what they have done. No? They quickly released a statement because the police had released a statement. Andra said, Afenyo Markin, the Parliament of Ghana, the speaker should give the police the right to arrest him to come assist in investigations. They quickly came out with an explanation. Now, Mamencha Adebi, what was this statement from the Ghana Police Service? Where read this statement no? So who read this statement here? Miria Mesabo, the CID boss. She spoke on this matter when she had a press conference. Miria Mechra Adebi. I say police invite Honorable Alexander Afenyo Markin to assist investigation into viral demonstration video. Now, where the Ghana Police Service has reviewed anytime I say NPP for Afenyo is a crazy man. The people who are defending Afenyo Markin on TV and on radio, they are foolish. The Ghana Police Service has reviewed several video footages. So the statement coming from the Ghana Police Service, they were not looking, or they didn't look at the video from one angle. Remember, the Ghana Police Service, they send their cameras there. So apart from independent or private bloggers or news outlets capturing the event, the Ghana Police Service itself captures the event because sometimes they need those things to back their claim when they have to prosecute or they have to make a case. So when you read their message very well, they said the Ghana Police Service has reviewed several video footages on an alleged assault on a police officer by Alexander Afenyo Markin during the just ended demonstration. The Ghana Police Service has reviewed several. They have reviewed several videos, meaning it wasn't just one footage. They have seen different footages. So that is what influenced the Ghana Police Service to issue a statement that they need Afenyo Markin to come to help or to assist in investigations. The Ghana Police Service did not just look at one angle to come to a conclusion that Afenyo Markin, the thug, should be brought in to help in investigations. The Ghana Police Service reviewed several videos. And when they reviewed several videos, they came to that conclusion that Afenyo Markin has committed an offense. And that is assault. You get their statement well. Now, when you go to the second paragraph, this is what it says. Following the review, The service has written to the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament requesting the release of Alexander Afenyo Markin to assist ongoing investigation into the alleged incident. The officer in question will also be assisting in investigations. So the investigation. So you can clearly see, say, the police were being very open-minded here. The police did not say we saw one video that Kevin Taylor showed on his show and that video concludes the matter. The police said they have reviewed several videos. So when you sit on TV or on radio to speak in favor of Afenyo Markin and you say you don't understand why the police will look at the footage and call Afenyo Markin or release a statement, then because there should be a basis for the police to say now we are satisfied. We believe that we have a case and that we need to call the member of parliament who leads the 88 pigs. If the police were not sure that the action or the act was committed, the police wouldn't put in writing to the Honourable Speaker of Parliament to release that dog to come and assist in investigation. Now listen to what's his name? Ahiagba, speaking on this matter.
I think this is just some people's attempts to divert attention from a successful demonstration. I don't think there's anything there to find. I'm giving you the fact the police should do the basic check. I mean, you just don't begin to issue these things because you have paper in front of you, but you should basically have understanding what has happened and see that there's a basis for that invitation. There's no basis for that invitation when the police officer is the one who accosted or assaulted the member. If anything at all, it was Afenyo Markin and the coalition of political parties that demonstrated should be going to the police to actually discipline the officer because he acted clearly out of line. It wasn't his place to touch anybody yesterday, and he did. And so if in reflex, the minority leader is stretching his hand to prevent him from coming at him the second time, I don't see why that constitutes an assault at all. So the police are just wasting everybody's time, to be honest with you. And a deliberate attempt by the government or the NDC to share space with a
so
very
as a party, you think the
demonstration.
minority leader should not honor the police invitation?
I wouldn't say that, but I'm just saying to you that the police didn't do any due diligence. We're trusting them to be thorough in their work, but this year falls short of that discipline or diligence that we expect from them. You wouldn't have invited somebody who was assaulted to come and answer our question. It's the person who assaulted the person who you need to contend with, and who is the police officer forcing.
How is the police going to know that Afenyo Markin was assaulted? How is the police going to know that Afenyo Markin was assaulted by the police officer? It is only through investigations. So as much as you want Afenyo Markin to be heard, I think if you are rational and intelligent enough and not a fool, you also expect that the police officer who was working to protect you dogs also needs to be listened or to be heard. So why is it that you believe you have a case, but the Ghana Police Service, they don't have a case? This twerp, this Volta bed, was talking about basic checks. The police said in their statement, they have reviewed several videos. Any fool that spends its tongue, I'm not saying his tongue, any fool that spends its tongue thinking that they have a stupid accent, they sometimes think they are intelligent. The police, did you read the Ghana Police Service, their statement? What is basic checks? And they foolishly speak without understanding it. Because part no di anymore and train it also Jimmy. Into Ahiagba, I'm just what to brofo, but Ahiagba is just a fool who just speaks without thinking. What is basic checks? The police said they have reviewed several videos. That is beyond basic checks. So when you sit there, come sit on TV, when you sambram, Jimmy, the police just have paper, so they are writing. They are defending the action of Afenyo Markin. And you know, the most despicable thing about this whole thing, so what ye sanko fowe defense omodema Afenyo Markin. Afenyo Markin Nankasa came out after the police released a statement to say he's a thug, he's a criminal, he's a thief, he's an assault. You see, he assaulted a police officer. Afenyo Markin actually assaulted a police officer. In the history of the Republic of Ghana, this is the first time the internet has captured a minority leader assault a police officer. Do you know that? Even basic AI, when you ask AI about assault, police officer that has been assaulted, a police officer who was assaulted in Ghana during a demonstration or whatever, the first thing that comes out is Afenyo Markin, the minority leader of the NPP. When you read about misdemeanor, the offense at Afenyo Markin committee, the slapping of the police officer, when you even go on the internet, technology, in Ghana, assaulting police officer is a serious offense. And members of parliament are not exempt from legal consequences. Now, this is AI. When you put it in there, Afenyo Markin till we die will be seen as a minority leader who assaulted a police officer. This thing is going to be on this fool till he dies. You think it's a joke? This is the guy who is leading your party. Now, when you move on, it says this. The punishment for such an act will typically fall under Criminal Offence Act 1960, Act 29, which outlines penalties for assault and obstruction of law enforcement. Now, when you keep asking AI, this is what AI says. For an MP, the legal process will involve, listen, criminal charges. The MP could be charged with assault, which may lead to fines or imprisonment. Afenyo Markin police no born assume no Ghana mrache say ye betuma den ye betuma charge no e ma na tua sika anase betuma da to efiase. Afenyo Markin is a criminal. Now, parliamentary inquiry. Parliament may conduct an internal investigation, potentially leading to disciplinary action. Parliament so internally omubetumi ebie investigations leading to Afenyo Markin ebetuma do point because ebetuma yinefi parliament. This is the leader of the NPP in parliament. This is the guy who makes laws, a thug who makes laws. And we sit here and we defend a thug like Afenyo Markin. When you keep reading, this is what it says. Police investigation. The Ghana Police Service would investigate the incident and determine whether prosecution is necessary. Police want also make investigations. So my investigation, no one say this falls under this, under this, under that. He should be charged with this or that. Then the police can go on with prosecution. So it's up to the Ghana Police Service. Now, so AI or and the internet, has captured Afenyo Markin as the minority leader in the history of Ghana who has slapped a police officer. A thug, leading group of thugs, wanting us to listen to them. Recently, minority leader Alexander Afenyo Markin was involved in an altercation with a police officer during the Save the Judiciary protest. The police have invited him for questioning regarding the incident. The internet has captured that a political party that wants to come to power, the leader of that political party in parliament, today is being seen. The police is waiting for him. He's known to be a thug who goes out to attack police officers. This is not a joke. It is on record. And this is going to follow Afenyo Markin till he dies. Since I see so, me who member of parliament what in Sabo police ni asumuda. Afenyo Markin kwana me who be ewo TV so. Since the same see so, since the say you take Ghana, me who member of parliament or say minority leader or Gina Bedroom na wayin inside ya ship police in asum. This is the party that you people want us to tell Ghanaians to vote for. Yeah, you see, now Mama Chow Adebi. When Afenyo Markin decided to tell Ghanaians his side of the story, because Otis police for naba actual letter about parliament say you're releasing no, now you're investigating no. He tried to lie. You see, it's so funny. When you watch the video, this is the video. not a joke. And he slapped the police officer twice. Now, my mentor idea be, we have decided to make a slow motion of this video. The intent, the intentions, and then when it's him. So I will share the slow motion version of this video. You can see clearly, say Afenyo Markin is a madman. And the NPP want us to treat this as some trivial matter. This is a minority leader in public, on national television, on BBC, on CNN, on Al Jazeera, slapping a police officer in uniform twice in front of the Flagstaff House. Now watch this in slow motion. Watch it. Take your time. Sorry, the sound is off. Now, me catcher will say, the video you watched right now, no, take your time. Me sabe boni biom. Now, she police, you know, she na chin, she na funo. Na she Afenyo Markin because obo police na sim twice. The first slap, no, see the impact of the slap. So, she police, you know, police, you know, na funo, na chin kakra. Ne jaw ha say no. Slap na Afenyo Markin born no. How it shook a police in the name. Take your time and watch it. The guy deliberately decided to slap the police officer. And Sebio, police officer there biana on person beka. But that was a hit. That was a punch. This is the minority leader. And the MPP want us to think, say, oh, this is nothing. Oh, this one there, Afenyo Markin. No, the guy deliberately slapped the police officer. Watch the video very well. Share the impact. Share police in it, you know. Share impact. And watch it again. Watch it again. I think, team, Do we have a problem with sound? If we have a problem with sound, we can take a quick break. But if we are good with sound now, you can let me know. Team, are we good with sound? Okay, so viewers should refresh their system. If you are watching, just refresh your system. You refresh your phone, refresh your TV, whatever, restart, and you're going to get a sound right. I think it's a glitch. It's not from here. Into Osha, you can refresh your phone. But I think the point is made. Baby ana mekasana na yawo distraction kakrano. What I was trying to tell you, didn't say the impact of the slap, no impact slap, no. So person who say Afenyo Markin ebo police in asuma say the slow motion video na wo sha. She police in na pantan ha na hwe ne konwa na hwe slap no bo police no senya e wusu police in it. This is not a matter that we can treat as a trivial matter. No, this is a serious matter. This is the minority leader standing in front of thousands of people slapping a police officer, not an ordinary person, slapping a uniformed police officer or share uniform. In this Aosha video now, take your time. He slapped him twice. But Afenyo Markin, I'm a catcher, I say, I police need an insa and a ball on the chest, or then it's a ball on the chest, no, now to me, home, I was saying, baby, Afenyo Markin is lying. And this is not supposed to be treated to say where they are normal. No. Take your time and watch the video again. She first slap, no, second slap, no. The second slap of bone when left her. First slap, no, bone when him and affected a police in the ocean con and na pantai ha. How it shook. And this is even a slow motion. This is super slow motion. And now we are then unisano. Take your time and watch it again. Bebe sabe ma oti ase bone na Afenyo Markin di no ye ntumi ntoto na asem ye na ma kire obibi. This is Afenyo Markin. Now watch carefully. So how can you say this should be treated as a normal thing? No. The moment Afenyo Markin, the Ghana Police Service, it ceases to be Ghana Police Service. The moment Afenyo Markin, Amananko prison, Amanan serve as a deterrent to the young people on the street, to young people who want to attack the police. The moment Afenyo Markin are working free, no, we are done as a nation. It means we are now feeding the police to the dogs. So Afenyo Markin, because of our parliament, because you see our minority leader, now we Gina ewiase gyina agya TV so abo police ni asuma ye nyina yehu na se Ghana Police Service am make sure say Afenyo Markin Ghana mradi no emana koda fiase a then the Ghana Police Service no everybody should understand say you feed your to the dogs, the young people on the street. They can butcher a police person, they can beat a police person, they can shoot a police, they can slap a police person, because this is Afenyo Markin, who is a lawmaker. There's no excuse here. Nobody can give me any excuse to say, no, you know something, let us forget about this. No, this man makes laws. In fact, when you go into parliament, Oko Parliament now go check the archives. This Afenyo Markin guy, we general parliament several occasions to speak about brutality, police brutality, any other day, and even in parliament, send ye any send pebi efa imrasha munsem. This Afenyo Markin, the same person in parliament who makes laws and speaks on these things. Today, he is beating police officers in public.
2 years ago, we celebrated 30 years of democracy with a lot of activities. Mr. Speaker, it must never be said that this country still tolerates lawlessness and violence. I was expecting my respected colleague, Dr. Forson, to have found space to introduce this subject matter at the business committee, to even propose that, colleagues, I have heard of violence here, violence there. So, as a house, we should even constitute a bipartisan committee to look into the thuggery in our nation. The majority leader has decided not to talk about this. Just last week, Thursday, the Electoral Commission was ready to finalize the Ablekuma North collation process. What did we see? Some thugs invaded the EC office, threatening lives, destroying properties. Mr. Speaker, this is unacceptable. It puts a black spot on our beautiful democracy. Maybe today it is benefiting somebody, but tomorrow the same thugs that we are encouraging them to be lawless may come back at us. Mr. Speaker, the government cannot pretend not to be aware of this. The Electoral Commission, as a constitutional body, needs protection. The police, headed by the respected IGP and his team, must do all it can to protect the EC. We are aware of the good work they have done thus far, but this is a 276-member chamber. We are 275. The Electoral Commission, in a statement, has said that it is ready to finalize, but tax are preventing it from doing its work. There can't be any more silence on this matter. I call on Mr. President to take charge and call the thuggery out. Mr. Speaker, we know that Mr. President, in his records in this House, was known to be a peace-loving Ghanaian. Mr. Speaker, indeed, his calm approach in addressing media issues was what endeared him to the heart of Ghanaians. So without doubt, I may disagree with him, but I know he's a peace-loving Ghanaian. At Jubilee House, maybe he may be too busy to read the newspapers or to watch the news. But
this is the kind of foolishness he exhibits in Parliament. So he knows the law. He was calling on the president to take action. He was calling on the right agencies to take action. But somebody will say, oh, now say Afenyo Markin or your NPP ni, I expect the NPP today as a political party. Now, I'm talking to the NPP leadership. I'm talking to the 88 pigs in Parliament. I am talking to the so-called Council of Elders in the NPP. You want Ghanaians to watch this and vote for the NPP? If you guys condone this act that I have shown to the world, if you people are going to sit there and say this is okay, then none of you guys deserve our attention from today. Now we know the party is a party of thugs. Oh, Afenyo Markin, yes, the party itself, they have decided not to speak because it's a party that condones murder. It's a party that is filled with thugs. Michael Kwe, Ekufuado, those leaders, Hakmado Uswajiman, the people, J.A. Kufuor and the rest, you see they are quiet because this is what the party represents. This is what the party represents. Are you not ashamed to be a part of the NPP and the NPP that has a minority leader who is a thug, who is a foolish thug? This is not just an embarrassment to the NPP. This is an embarrassment to Ghana Parliament. And I'm speaking to Speaker of Parliament. Are you going to allow this filthy riffraff to stand in front of your Parliament to make laws? Who is going to respect the Parliament of Ghana? Who in their right senses will sit and say, let me respect the Parliament of Ghana? Because the records are showing, technology has shown around the world that you have a member of Parliament who is a minority leader who went out to attack a police officer in uniform. This shouldn't be taken as a joke. Mami and this idea will grow. The party itself should purge itself from this guy. The NPP should be thinking about getting a better leader in Parliament to lead the NPP, because from today, a fool will not even respect the NPP minority in Parliament. No fool. Is this guy going to come back and sit in Parliament and tell me, Kevin, or tell you, Ghanaian, to respect him? Is this fool going to come back to Parliament and tell Ghanaians that I am an honorable man and that what I say, you should listen? Is this fool Afenyo Markin, this twerp, this idiot, is this fool going to come back to Parliament and tell Ghanaians that he is an honorable man and that the decision he is making, the things he is talking about, they are things that we need to absorb and use to govern this nation? That is why I'm saying this is not just something that affects MPP Nkwao. Where you are there affected Parliament. Where you are there affected Parliament. Parliament is an arm of government. It's one arm of government. Because you will go Supreme Court. I didn't go Supreme Court because of see, Parliament here, one arm of government, and nobody is supposed to do what? Intimidate. Nobody is supposed to disgrace. Nobody is supposed to try and belittle Parliament. This fool. Ochina Parliament biya into more MPP for you expect Afenyo Markin to rise up and talk to Yani Ghana for said yen. Because a whole political party, you are condoning this nonsense. You expect this guy to come and lead you. And you expect we Ghanaians to respect you. And you, Ekufuado, you, Hakmado Uswajiman, you, somebody called Michael Kwe, you, these elders in the party, a party in opposition, you expect rational Ghanaians who are still angry to do what? To listen to your parliamentarians, to listen to Afenyo Markin and make a decision. Now, the question to the MPP is simple. Afenyo Markin ebe lead him for 120 days as a minority leader. A dear partner MPP as minority, what have you achieved under this dog? I am asking you people. Now, I'm ready an hour ago, now I'm ready the achievement of John Mahama after 120 days in office. Me busamo MPP for me show a video that will be on record for years. The question is, Akwawebeye MPP minority leader. We are basically in 4 months. What are his achievements? What are his achievements? Because today, everything about Afenyo Markin, Ghana history, politics about Afenyo Markin say he's the first minority leader, a politician from the MPP who stood in public and slapped a uniformed police officer. Hey, this is not a joke. This basically brings the party into a shithole. And anytime people say, for 4 months and minority, what has he achieved for you people? Now let's go into Afenyo Markin's 120 days. Afenyo Markin's 120 days. The reason why we are here today, the reason why we're telling the MPP, say, if you don't change this guy, if you don't make sure this fool is taken away from your front, the NPP can never be attractive to Ghanaians again. And I know, because the NPP is filled with animals, with people who don't think, with people who think Ghanaians are stupid. But this guy, it basically sums up the last 4 months amuko opposition. The police in Afenyo Markin after 120 days. These are the sins of Afenyo Markin. This is a party that wants to come to power. This is a party that want Ghanaians to see, say, they have rebranded themselves. This is a party that Ghanaians want Ghanaians to believe, say, they are a party with intelligent people who are humble, who respect the rule of law. This is Afenyo Markin will lead a party in opposition. The question here is, a day in Afenyo Markin in the past 4 months, or leading the MPP in opposition, what has he done? And Afenyo Markin as the leader of the MPP in parliament, a lawmaker, a minority leader, is that he has slapped a police officer on duty. These are the sins of Afenyo Markin. And we will never forget this. These sins are not going anywhere. And MPP, let me tell you people, someone will say simpler. This is the beginning of your party. This party will collapse because you have allowed a fool to lead this party. Yeah? Afenyo's sins only made the MPP look bad before reasonable Ghanaians. Now, since Afenyo Markin was made the majority leader by Akufo-Addo, a position he clearly didn't deserve, according to a former leader, Oseche Mensah Bonsu. He has always wanted everything to be about him and not the party or its progress. He wants to make news and always be in the news for his personal image, enhancement, and not the growth of the party. These are facts. Since somebody Afenyo Markin as a minority leader, a thug who is slapping uniformed police officers, he has always made everything about himself. That is why every single day this party keeps going down the shithole. But because Mojiminti, Afenyo Markin became the majority leader in 2024 because it was Akufo-Addo's idea, not because Akufo-Addo was looking for somebody who was competent, or not because Afenyo was competent to lead. They knew Afenyo psychologically wasn't matured enough to lead a group of men and women. But because Akufo-Addo, because of his selfish interest, no against the MPP for Jimmy, so he needed Afenyo Markin to come do dirty job for him. So the guy is not cut for the job. And since he became the minority leader, it has always been about him. It has always been about what he wants. It has always been about his foolishness. It has always been about disgracing and running the party down. Anytime people say MPP say, "Mo party no," for you people to be comfortable with Afenyo Markin, who slaps a police officer in public as the minority leader, mo party no, mo expect say Ghana for, you better not say Ghana for tomamo. Penny ni party ni mo biem. Now let me show you the sins, the 120-day sins of Afenyo Markin, since he became your minority leader. Now, Afenyo Markin moves to Supreme Court, and these are some of the things that Ghana for bufu. The reason why Ghana for don't want to abanity MPP in 2024 was these actions are Afenyo Markin take here. Because you see, at a point, Afenyo Markin was underestimating Parliament. And he said, analyze the actions of Afenyo Markin, the latter part of Murray, he is the person who cost you more. Afenyo Markin moves to the Supreme Court to restrain the Speaker from declaring independent seat vacant in October 2024. Sa action Afenyo Markin it basically made a lot of Ghanaians angry. Their anger towards the party swelled. It became bigger. You know why? Because Afenyo Markin, at the end of the day, the same parliament that made him a human being, he wanted to do what? Denigrate the parliament. He wanted to take the power of the parliament and then to give to the Supreme Court. Now, this action angered the court of public opinion against the NPP, even though this instance wasn't part of the petition for the removal of the CJ from office, this instance by Afenyo Markin made Parliament look weak with no power, and such a move only infuriated reasonable Ghanaians to vote massively against the NPP. When Afenyo Markin took that decision, make sure Afenyo Markin, since he became opposition, from majority leader to opposition leader, this is what Afenyo Markin has done to you people. So that decision will take you know. What he did, time or day, Parliament, Echo Supreme Court, you know, what he did was that he made Parliament look weak. Parliament that is part of. Parliament now, Okahono, we had few months to elections. Afenyo Markin deliberately decided to disrespect Parliament, to make Parliament weak. It made reasonable Ghanaians angry. Because one, the people were already angry with the government. How can you, as the majority leader, then decide to take the power of Parliament to make Parliament look weak, to make your party and yourself look bigger? Because even in the party, Afenyo Markin saw himself say he was what? He was bigger than the MPP. Now, what made people so angry was when Afenyo Markin took that case to Parliament, you know, to Supreme Court, you know, it took the Chief Justice less than 48 hours to make sure she constituted a panel to sit on the case. So everybody was like, the perception that people had that the Supreme Court, led by Tokonu, she was flirting with Afenyo Markin, you know, that action actually put the ice on the cake. And some Ghanaians who were not even thinking of voting against the NPP now were convinced that if we don't do something, the NPP will run this country down and they are going to run the Supreme Court down. Because the actions of Afenyo Markin and the actions of the Supreme Court Chief Justice, you know, it is clearly showing, say, in some yet, you know, it is true. So Afenyo Markin rendering Parliament weak, thinking that that was going to make him powerful over the NPP and also was going to, at the end of the day, make his girlfriend Tokonu powerful, no, it actually pushed the NPP into opposition. It is some more problems now, the opposition now. The day you made Afenyo Markin your majority leader in opposition 2024 in power 2024, no, ever since then, no, Afenyo Markin I ran more party down. On the Democrat opposition. There were so many people who voted against the NPP because of this action. And I'm showing the Afenyo Markin obey no into the wire in there, no, it is worse. Do you think any reasonable Ghanaian what cry will soon say or person Ghana you know will sit and say a minority leader slaps a police officer and that person na adwene ye dwuma say me koto aba masa party no only power or bo police ni asum wo bedwom now makwase we power enti oku nipa 8 no. Now see, this is Afenyo Markin 120 days na me chechiri machire no. I will never sit in the minority leader's seat. It isn't good spiritually. Afenyo Markin, November 2024. Your man position said, "Ombeye minority leader." Or say on tna a minority seat. It was about him. It was all about him. Afenyo Markin knew say MPP for Jimmy. It was about him. Just to sit in the minority seat. Also, and you see, that time, you know, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had control over the party. And he still has control. It's nobody in the MPP Onim Nyansa could tell this man, say, you are making the people more angry. Afenyo Markin was still pissing Ghanaians off. His actions were childish. It was about him. It was about what he would get. It was about being in the news. It was always making people think, say, party nanka said, Yomo Jimmy, na menkwani nyanseni amiwum, and then a wedi dimu and the police ni asum as the minority leader. Do you think, say, anybody who was angry with the NPP in 2024, this action now, Afenyo Markin, that person is going to be like, oh, because of that, I'm going to vote for the NPP. Never. It shows to say, when you people are given power again, we know you people, and we know what you can do. Now, this single comment collapsed the NPP front. It was a statement that made people within the NPP eager to vote against their own party, to teach Afenyo Markin a good lesson for his arrogant posture. It mo committee report na say arrogance of power. Of power. It was because of these things. And Mami Kanjamo, Adia did the final nail ebo Madake in 2024 no was Afenyo Markin. The arrogance, the posture, what he did, it pissed a lot of Ghanaians off. And the funny thing is, Mwejiminti, you still don't know, say, he is leading you into the ditch. Make sure Afenyo Markin, 120 days of Afenyo Markin. The reason why the MPP is done. As far as this fool is leading you, you are done. Now, Shadia, I'm showing you Afenyo Markin, Obama minority. The 120 days in you, has he achieved anything? Nothing. Now, Osade ice not to cake it. So this slap will follow the party till the end of life. In opposition, minority leader. Afeni you the minority leader. The American in more power no. So refi. Sansa me catch you now when you people had power. Now we are going to enter when you people lost power and he became an official minority leader. These are the things he's done. Mobusa Mahama 120 days. Make sure mu leader na our parliament no 120 days under him. What he has been able to achieve. Kwasiawe. And he needs to go to jail. We need to set an example. Now, in opposition, Afenyo Markin's destructive behavior during the vetting of ministers. Do you remember? Your video, time and I vet parliamentarians. It was about him. My catcher MPP for say, as far as this Kasongo, this madman leads your party, it makes the work easy for the NDC. This slap Bono, 4 to 6 years, and a paper. Every ni patrim. It will haunt the party for a long time. And you see, you people today, you are thinking, say, it's nothing. Make I tell you. Say, election time, do a number who said that action from Afenyo Markin. The year in 2024, the regional opposition, this action, he's going to do more. You know why? Because when we say, Jimmy, you cannot make decisions. You cannot even change your front. You cannot even call him to order. Ebiale say a communications director Abetina TV so a defend Afenyo Markin obo police ni asum. Now you say police ni o Ghana na adwene adwuma o hwemo ensama mo ka na ko beto ni yem. Because senka Afenyo Markin di tuo and the bo police ni tirimu a anka still MPP will defend Afenyo Markin. That shows where the party belongs. That shows the stand the party takes anytime a member ebe yede a commit crime. Because Afenyo Markin poison police anyway, still we will have the NPP telling us say, oh, police in the Chini 3 minutes ago, and it's in our body team. That means that is what the NPP was going to do from what we are seeing. Now, of all his shenanigans, he together with the micro minority could not stop a single nominee from being approved. He was eager to convert the committee to a sitting to settle his personal vendetta and also cleanse Ekufuado, a figure who has been massively discredited. Upon all the nonsense Afenyo Markin did during the vetting, this is Afenyo Markin as minority leader in 120 days. He could not get anybody. He could not stop. He could not block any nominee from being nominated. So why do you call this guy, say, he is somebody who is going to change the party's fortune from parliament? I told you from day one, the day you people decided not to change Afenyo Markin, that was the end of you. With Jimmy, nipa kuri wani tiron, nipa kakawure rayano, na adwini nye juma. And the guy, and then on started Jimmy you, with Jimmy a che, and they say and all saying Jimmy no they pay free fee, and they call police force. Tomorrow, obe pay free police force, obe bomb my koko assume, because ye Jimmy as NPP. Because we think say this is normal. We think say Kwasasemia I will see a defender. This is Afenyo Markin. Afenyo Markin after 120 days as your minority leader. You call 5 months, we are just 4 months. I'm sure idea. In opposition, make sure Afenyo Markin 120 days. Sana mubusa John Mahama 120 days. Make sure mo party will be a mujina. Ghanaians getting to know Afenyo Markin was the board chair of ECG at the time of the missing containers. This is a guy today, missing containers, ECG containers. Everybody knows that this is the guy who spearheaded the scandal, who spearheaded the stealing from the committee report because he was the board chair. How can such a person lead you in parliament to convince Ghanaians say Yeltuma NDC, MPP? How? Ghana ni an adwini ejuma. Why should anybody listen to Afenyo Markin? Because as he walks on the streets of Ghana, walking the corridors of parliament, he's a thief. He is seen as a criminal. He has no record to advise anybody to be like Mehote into Dimechi. Because Afenyo Markin stinks of corruption. He stinks of stealing. He is a scandal holder. Okuta scandals keys. As we speak, when you mention Afenyo Markin, ECG containers come to your head. And I'm a yes. Why? Because he basically was the one in charge. He made sure that all these things happen because he was the board chair. How can such a person convince Ghanaians that the NPP is a new party and that they are not going to steal again and that they are not corrupt and that they are not criminals? How can Afenyo Markin stand in parliament to convince any Ghanaian? He can't. Your party is done. Before election 2024, na Ghana for bufu. But Afenyo Markin be mo leader in parliament, eno na ebufu no skyrocket here. And I'm study here. Mo jimintra. And it's not de bia na etubufu amonti ase. Now here there. Afenyo Markin after 120 days, me chira mo some party negu. This is Afenyo Markin. In opposition as the minority leader, Afenyo Markin assaulted a police officer during the demonstration. Masa, this is AI, artificial intelligence. I capture a member of parliament in Ghana. 1, we go parliament in Masi. 2, a member of parliament, a minority leader of the NPP. Slaps a police officer in public. He slapped the man. And that is what the internet has picked. So today, it does not matter where you are. If you reach anywhere else and tell an investor, oh, I am an MPP person. Oh, who is your leader in parliament? Afenyo Markin. The moment the person punched this name in the system, it is going to show that this is the first parliamentarian in our history as a minority leader who slapped a police officer in uniform. Hey! Now, if we are saying fan obi be take this serious, automatically he becomes a criminal in front of any person. Because the question here is, so when he slapped the police officer, what did the party do? What did his party do? That will be the next question. Because he belongs to a political party. Did they still keep him? Bro, Nibe Busa Sakwa said, okay, you say he's a minority leader. Okay, so what did the party do? Did they still keep him? Bro, because a party Jimmy. The branding of the party, no. Most of them must say Brandon. You are not branding your party. You are making your party worse. It's unattractive. These are the people that some of them pay to media. Then you have a problem. Now, he led the caucus to embark on an aimless protest against a constitutional process and then assaulted a police officer. When he was investigated to assist in the investigation, he then petitioned the police service to sanction the police officer he assaulted. Now, this action took whatever small shine the demonstration could have garnered. Today, nobody is speaking about a demonstration again. Are you not worried? And this guy is still, and you know, it shows how foolish this guy is. Why assaulted police in Ghana Police Service are invited. Now what sorry catch a police for this and assault him. And that you are basically making a shit out of their statement in the total disrespect to police service. Afenyo Markin does not even respect the Ghana Police Service. Ya capture our camera so. Why assaulted police, you know? He wants to turn the matter around for his followers to believe, say, Ghana Police Service mum, trainee their officers no, and assaulting and na if let's say if the police officer no cry push you, do you have to slap him? You are a member of parliament, for crying out loud. Foolish idiot. You are a member of parliament, minority leader. You know the law. So police in the crowd push you, do you have to slap the police officer? Then majority of Ghanaians, some of that jails, they will all say it was impulse. Oh, and then second I'm the war no. So can be me. Before I'm the war no. That does not make a case for you. And the omo mugun sa wo mebrebe a sebio omo ne omo yere ko a omo yere no ebo omo ni so omo tam sikan twa na owu ye no they will all say a reflex. Obi ka asama ya ema ne ye ndia e no de sikan wo no. You cannot hide behind reflex. Somebody pushed me. You are a member of parliament. You make the laws. How can anybody sit in Ghana and say the NPP is a party that I can trust? It's a party that in Penifowum, it's a party that is there to protect Ghanaians. This is a party that is going after police officers. This is a party that is accusing police officers of no wrong. This is a party that is trying to make Ghanaians think, say, Ghana Police Service, officers, papa. This is a party. And Afenyo Markin, the same person in the same picture every single day. And can you before from no. This guy led thugs our parliament. And my time we have bubu tables, taxpayers table. He led a group of thugs calling themselves minority members. They broke tables. Afenyo Markin. And every single day, the guy keeps getting crazier. Every single day he gets crazy. And he's becoming crazier and crazier. One day, he will stab a minority and kill somebody in parliament. This guy is on red. This guy is on drugs. This guy he does not deserve to lead the NPP. Now, this is Afenyo Markin in 120 days. Afenyo Markin, after 120 days as the minority leader in Ghana. In opposition, he inspired chaos at the vetting committee after he was exposed by Ablakwa. Do you remember? Vetting na Ablakwa kachen so ekrom for documentation is say ono kwa na wako wiasase 99 years. That was when he decided to destroy the whole process. And okacha eye bawi. Eye omo MP jibijimi bi na akwa anantabi jibijimi no. And omo study some bubu tables. But you see, the immediate chire oni nyina no. At the end of the day, no, the question is this guy still the minority leader? Yes. Is the NPP worried? No. Why? Because the NPP is a political party that is not ready. That is not ready to change. That is not ready to brand itself well. That is not ready to let Ghanaians know, say, they respect the people. The NPP, as we speak today, are still defending this tag. The NPP, as we speak today, are still seriously defending this fool. Afenyo Markin, after 120 days, may read the as a minority leader to you. A dear Namakacha Wenda Ebema wo asori say MPP is a party of intelligent people. Dear Ebema Watrans say MPP is a party we need to give opportunity to again. A dear Ebema wo rational Ghanaian no asori say party we nyansa for. All the things I have showed you here. Nana Danko Kufuor nim, Michael Kwe nim, Hakama Usajman nim, J.A. Kufuor nim. They know that on a normal day, these guys should not lead the party in parliament. But why? Because the party is gone. Because they know that the NPP is not a party. So you don't have to give them any space in your brain. You are not supposed to entertain what we call the NPP. Why should we even be discussing this today? The party by this time should have released a statement. The so-called flag bearers who want to be flag bearers of the party, Baumia, Kennedy, if they are independent-minded people, they should have released a statement that they are disappointed in a minority leader. It does not matter who assaulted him. But you see what? This is a party full of pigs. This is a party full of foolish people. This is a party full of animals who think, say, if it is not them, then it should not be Ghana. Party be a yes serious be a person will lead the pathway. We were expecting to hear Canada Japan make a statement. But do you know Canada Japan's lawyer? Canada Japan's lawyer is Afenyo Markin, who is mad. So it makes Kennedy madder. Afenyo Markin, on a Canada Japan lawyer. Can Canada Japan tell him he's a madman? No. Mahamudu Bawumia is scared of Afenyo Markin. Why? Because Mahmoud Bawumia himself, Okaseti Afenyo Markin, Kufuor Adomo, at the end of the day, they will not support him. So where is the party going? J. Kufuor Dane Bosom, Michael Kwe, Ono Ohomikro Nsiso. This is where the party is. So this Kasongo is a problem. And until NPP realize Say Akwawe is not supposed to lead. Mamika Bincho. I talked to some of the NPP minority members in Ghana. And sometimes they tell me, Kevin, guy we bet my catch roll. And about 2-3 of them, when I talk to them, I say, Kevin, bet my catch a guy we young person be anymore. But the party not say. And some case almost secret votes or secret voting, whatever you call it. Now Afenyo Markin a contest will be or MPP minority or parliament. Afenyo Markin will lose. When I talk to the MPP MPs in parliament, they keep telling me, Kevin, with Jimmy. The issue here is Unamekoka. Because right now we need to protect our small seat in Ekutameno. So I raise the issue we are now amok disika economic constituency or Jimmy seat free because they know Afenyo Markin the moment you rise, you speak against their actions, they will go to your constituency, they will sponsor somebody, you will lose your seat. Intimino Mukasa, Kevin, with Jimmy. The guy is not making the party attractive. Meseopa and the MPP Fonkase will be contested Afenyo Markin as a minority. No more about secretly. Afenyo Markin will not get 10. Afenyo Markin, he will not get 10. But this is the case, they are stuck. The MPs are stuck because the moment I go raise it, I go Afenyo Markin as seminal. Sikano Moriano, they will use that money and use it against you. What they will do is they will come to your constituency, they will pick somebody to change you. In the 87 no makano, almost slow. But Opa man, the Omonko secret balloting. Afenyo Markin will lose as the minority leader. 88 no onyamu 20. Me na me catch They know. You ask them. They know. Why should we allow this to happen? Now, when you watch the video, it's despicable. Hey, yeah. See the deliberate action. Onyabutre, he knew what he was doing. And the ball police in Asum. Imagine it was the police officer who did this. And get here. Interdicted. The IGP has released a statement. The police officer is going to be sacked. They'll go ahead and sue the police officer and try and make the police officer look like an NDC person. So, police in the boy Afenyo Markin asuma and Kamanoka saying, "Come create NDC ID card ama police no." Oh, unimu no. Yaso ko school ya huneni. Oh, yaso ya huneni. Oh, NDC cry yaso no school no. Now can NDC for him. Now police oh, yaso a national service. Now or ablakwa they would have created a passport for the police officer. Senka police officer the boy we asuma. Anka MPP press conference 10. police ni na bo akwo we asoma anka ahemfu bi aye press conference adan ye hu bi da adan tina aban ba ye and the police for na ebo minority leader and kwasiafo no tete wo bi aye din. But who do we blame? We blame ourselves. Because this man, he thought of the action, premeditated. He thought of it. You know the reason? Obonasu first one, he stopped and he came back and slapped him again, twice. It was something that he had planned, premeditated. And then it seems Boni person didn't know. It's Obonasu first one now. Or Osako Bonasu biam. The action was deliberate. He planned it. He knew what he was doing. But do we blame ourselves? Yes. Why? See it to Kromha. And Yama Kwasiampenyi Afenyo Markin Kwasiampenyi we. Akwakwesi police station. Oh, Winiba. Wabe we are bicycle one crying. Na ekufu ada tena ho. Na kwasia we abesi police station. Na ononi police for peno. And you don't mabegumo Winiba. Election day. Na police for botuo kronim. Afenyo Markin asisa to ama police for. And oba Winiba. And obu botuo. Adanya we see police station. Otumi order commander say onkwati ni opponent nkotum kwasia we nam Ghana obi anya ni shobe mbodi timuto eno nam Ghana no wo jimi because your money room eno wieska wa ben mu a I'm a businessman na odi akodi kroma kwesi police station na kwasia we si police station no who is going to stop kwasia we anything don't respect the police for no. Because Ghana Police Service, abaina mahukwa makwasia we si police station. It was a police station odu Winiba, odimsa police for wo nyina nkenya ono ankomuni baby te. Into ono in his head no holistically ohu Ghana Police Service personnel bia so we Jimmy into o treat omo sankwara, o treat him some we Jimmy because ya mahukwan. How can we allow such a fool to build a police station? Why should we allow politicians to be building police stations in our communities? Because the moment a politician builds a police station, he has influence in that police station. He decides who comes to the police station. Yet to me, Chiobi, na commander and say, hey, nipa osi police station, na kontani emfanishem yen to me, na kwasia, na kontani nam kronum, na obotu. That is what Afenyo Markin and his likes they are doing. Ko wini ba na koshe. Sende ya tuwa ba. Yenchi MPP new NDC for nkwa because Afenyo Markin akwesi police station and obi ya de bipe ni achina kweshem so unya Afenyo Markin tumika se we mamu yino na commander to wakwasia adan Afenyo Markin si police station ti yen yino sa baby akwesi police station ofra ho new Winiba enye na sase o sa baby akwesi police station edidi Kwame A+ constituency. But on say no oye krom for owian sase. That's what he does. Oh, baby, our police station see. Ewo Winiba hono. Enye na sase o. It enters Kwame A+ in constituency. And na washada ko see police station ho. And na strategically no area MPP for ko go na makoto aba. That is what this fool does. Enti on na Winiba ho. And a thief like this na ahemfu bi nam krobo no mo so kwase ampanyi we so. Obia otia ben mu a wabo obia so wo ohene a wote Winiba. You cannot make a statement. Mo ahemfo amotete Winiba ho sebi oboso amotete nkonwa tete abosom so se aboso na motete no se aboso no mpeso mo di ya mo member of parliament otinankan no bo police ni asum na wo ohene Winiba ahema mo ahemfo no motete wo na mo je se akonwa no omo bedi ni ye akonwa no betwa omo ho omo no bedi ni nyonyonyo no. Majority of you will not survive this because mo ahemfo na motete constituency no you know senka obi na ye ya ka mo hyehyɛ dem ka mo ka akonwa na yede mutu si so 3 times no sa akonwa no mu bedi because you need to speak truth to this guy. You need to be honest as chiefs. The Winiba hemfo na muti krodum no e wo sam kasa mo nyina ma dane corrupt chiefs. Because why shouldn't I call you guys corrupt? Samunya corrupter, you have seen this. Are you not heartbroken? Enyamuya say more your member of parliament and then the whole world on TV, on news outlets, he's slapping the police officer. Now you're in it. You don't want to make a statement because Afenyo Markin, speak. Monchesa akonyana motesono, akonyano eye bosom na nyanipa. Edena sikeni brebe ya mwa hemfuni bi. You sit in Winiba ma edin. Mo try ma asemesi, no be politics. Afenyo Markin aboni video achire mo. At least monkasem. Mumi issue statement and amusro because all the politicians criminal money ni biba obeche bi mamo and their own samugun sa enye adwuma On send them pempuntu emba. It is because you people, the politicians are far from ahini amudi. Madani ahimfu politicians. A time. The disrespect is gone. The disrespect. Now mopeno. Sa respect. The respect is gone. Today you people carry the shame of disrespect. Ahimfu namu kondoni criminal politicians. Why are you people not issuing a statement? So munana. Sango coin and kokofa gold $300 million gold ne buyer. Kamaka si yenana di gold aba. Time oko parliament. Time na o ye minority leader. Munyina mu di nechi ekobo se. Ade na ende wane ne aguru ho a mo hyehyɛ dem. Ahemfo amon ka no kore. Mo na masɛ kuro no. Ene nti ende otwe kura mo pɛ bi de adi abo akira mo nya bi. Akira mo kɔ high otwe. Ene nti ende mo pɛ otwe edi afa kura mo nya bi because mo ka no kore mo mu bi. Mo ahemfo ni bi. Some of you akonya na mo tesena ni mu be di. And then go for $100 billion certificate na bank ma bodwa esa fontom from ema jimini we maswano asafo ache odi nkwase asem de monka na modwen se nkonwa na motete nkonwa na bodam nkonwa na metwemaso me papa yo hene de bia me ka kire no se ofa koti kwan so na odi ahende na odi no odidi bone a akonwa na se bi odi ne 2 seats na akonwa ne bedi enti so also yo hene na se unim se de otuasi akonwa so mpensa na akonwa na wote no epedo kore empebone eye bosom na o member of parliament won so odi nkwase asem we na woto na waka woto atwem efri se odi sika fri akromfo sika ba ma onya bidia akonwa no betwe waso ebia okoda won sori o akonwa no be bo wato fom enti monkai ana mu refi mu ho se de moto e de si akonwa so saa moto na edisi so mpensa no na e ka bibia kire mo Obanyansafo ye buni be yen kana sem after this short break aboatwe de be wom kakra ne apon.
Yo, we are best fishermen. No lokodo, no asomai. Aboatwe. Iwo fufu Belgium kwan. E wa betia Belgium kwan. E wo tuwa Belgium kwan. Why yo ye? Why round wa? Why yo ye? Why round wa? Why yo ye? Why round wa? Why yo ye? Supuno why round wa? E wo fufu Belgium kwan. E wa betia Belgium kwan. E wo tuwa Belgium kwan. E wo tuwa Belgium kwan. Why yo ye? Why round wa? 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 Every papa no, what one is the motto? 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 Why round wa? Why yo ye? Why round wa? I want it. Original. I will move for Belgium. I want to tell Belgium. Where you mind
The spices man. You will for Belgium kwan. It will be tell Belgium kwan. Kevin Taylor is back. You still watch Loud Silence TV. My name is Kevin Akobedu Taylor. My producers are called the Ghost Team. We are live across the world on YouTube. Search for Loud Silence TV on TV. We are on Multi TV. Search for Loud Silence TV on Multi TV. We are live on Facebook, Loud Silence TV, and with Audio Respect page on YouTube, Loud Silence TV. We are also live on radio. You can listen to this show live on radio. Go to our go to the Google Play Store and download Loud Silence Radio. We have our radio app. You can listen to the show live. Also on iOS or on Apple, search for Loud Silence Radio. You will be live. You can listen to this show. My name is Kevin Taylor. We are inside the wagon. Now, Yendi Nkomo quick. Na Yenkofie. You see this? You see a year. Imani petitions Shraj to investigate Jane Mensah-led EC for alleged constitutional, statutory, and administrative breaches in sale of electoral equipment for scrap. You see, Imani with 2 eyes. Imani, president in Abodam, and Imani, assistant president, and confused. Kofi Bentil Abodam, and Franklin Kujo, you're confused. And today, Imani, a petition Shraj. Now, petition, almost 7 the same. Omo ka che Shraj say Jane Mensa eye Ghana sika ye de koto eye den machines, electoral equipment ye de to about Ghana ye ti over $300 million ekoto ye ye de be share Jane Mensa nsa no Jane Mensa ejapade ye ne ekoto ye no se Ghana ti ye sika de to ejapade na se ye kasa wo na wo hwe so a se sa ejapade no beton wo obesi no se kura na se obe get rid of that equipment uhia yene den approval before you can get rid of those equipments. Ebi a won't ase se Ghana aban eto den eto equipment edema agency bi ya aban agency say EC Electoral Commission. Na se sa equipment in computer service BV whatever efa abato ho se saa de kura asai na se ye pese ye kototwene a wa wo hwe ECG so EC no so no untumi sori anopanka say computer 30 asai mo kototwene. No, you need to make sure say aban ama wa approval say saa equipment no wo ho kwan say obeto atwene efri say Ghana for sika na de toye wo say Ghana for decide say asai kura de pese ekipi no ho a wo say ekipi say ye ready say ye beto atwene a Ghana for na decide say wo say atotwene. The reason why Jemensa and Imani for Edinako Shraj say my petition say yehwehwe sansem we mu no na wabokro no wa ye de etiam ran no say equipment a yeti sika de kotoye ye de eden ye de to aba ye de sa equipment no eboa me tumi to aba wo Ghana no Jemensa fa kwoti kwan so etwa na scrap tie Imani for petition no mo de koma Shraj no Jemensa nanka wo se odi emraso process bi wo ha wo se ofaso ansana se nyoma ye kotoye as edien computers den se asai kwade e beto atwene a anase empese be use biom ana empese de bibia your processor e wo se wo a wo hwe institution so no aban dwuma no so no your processor wo se ofaso ansana wa get rid anase wa discard sa nyoma no Jemensa nim so wabokro no nti sa nyoma na in 2020 before 2020 elections you tia almost $300 million ye de ma no so okotaba no Jemensa ka so okoto facial recognition machine da ben ye to about Ghana ha ye de machine hwe wenima e kire sa asemesi wunie sa machine Jemensa agi ye hu sika one boss manasare eno mu gi sika eno mu koto China nyoma bi begu ho omu koto bae na obohu sesisia no omu aban enisu no omu pe a way to discard and I say omu pe a way to hide their crime no sa nyoma no omu dia koma scrap for no aton 10 Ghana amoma nane no evidence no case Jemensa policy and the audit Electoral Commission no or play some strategy with Electoral Commission no evidence no case in the sia no ade bia be mana ko jail ade bia be me ya chiri bia no or sorry no asesa ma scrap for sa scrap for no nam Ghana na sa alomi yazo for no ubetumi de National Cathedral dan no ubetumi na alomi no de amom me 10 Ghana omu scale no eye dade ne wo ene de achichiri wo inside ubetumi de eye ewiase ship wo wiase esi so eye 10 Ghana no me be ma wo Jemensa Afre boys no momra sa boys ne scale na ekuta omo no ubetumi abobo National Cathedral ayen alomi na wo de scale no so still obenya 10 Ghana because almost scale no static scale a ye de wo achichire ne baranzu omo bie scale no de baranzu achichire inside and omo de wo no ma adwunso eguso and omo de de Italia kakra and omo de super glue eguso and omo achichire and omo de ato scale no so it is a scale no opa Jemensa nsesa enade a computer se wo isi wo nyina mo ano no fama sankofo no 10 Ghana into realistically Jemensa ton Ghana electoral equipment edi ama lobi fo mo makonane 10 Ghana ye jimi Ghana one none computers ni nyina yesi ano no evidence no case sana maami we dey isi wo because na onim said definitely MPP be win election no it is onim say omo year 2020 elections no any omo EC officials na omo conducted 2020 elections no any 2024 election say nti omo ka yes they have not been paid some my bosum we onti omo ka Because no mutimuno. Nana no danko kufuor atoto your mama baumia. Se baumia be wini. Until they were spending. They were stealing. And imani for the nako shraj say shraj from freno. Na bro fubi wom constitutional, statutory, and administrative breaches. Sabro for the PZ for bamunko. Yakase it has led to a constitutional, statutory, and administrative breaches. Sabro for the PZ for menko. Et say sebio yakase sebio wako mienshiako wiansa. Ebia yegunsa any additional nesi wo say ye kwaba. Na wako ho na sebio otumfo nya hoho na omofiri bebia yegunsa no. Shinap be akotwa enum esiwo yegu ba akopɛ ɛna aka ɛnan ɛte sɛ otumfo wegu nsa na nsa ne nsae na ɔmo esi abosom wɔ so ɔmo kɔ akodi nkɔmɔ aba na wafa ekyira kɔ wia ɛno ɛte sɛ alleged constitutional, statutory, administrative breaches we breach administrative rule na ɛwɔ menhyia no ɛyɛ crime kakraka paa bontua ɛno na yɛ friend brofo sa no PZ for senti woti bibi e friend no constitutional, statutory, and administrative breaches are. Et is so two for snap a woman shia. Wafa edano ho ako wia snap na koton. Na yacho. And the child tikra and your bonnet. Inti dear Esino and yada kitwa. J-Man said the middle busami and kosia pamono. But this is the beginning of investigations into her actions. In Jessiani, Yabase share how far this matter will go. Yabase Ghana phone. Baby, a matter we beko. Now, I want to ask the Shraj boss. We want full transparency in these investigations. We don't want you to come and say MMM. You need to make sure every single step you have a press conference to tell us what you have discovered. Because where you yeni sika, the things Jemensa etoma koleba for no yeni sika. Until we have to be part of these investigations. We have to be briefed. We need to have an idea of where the investigation is heading and how it's being conducted. Nobody should shield anything. I'll commend Imani for doing that. In fact, I'll commend only Franklin Kujo. Minim say Kofi Benti with Jimmy and I do obey way because on MPP ni on Odiba Omiechi to say lap dog onimu nyansa. So I'll commend Franklin Kujo and the reasonable ones at Eddie and Imani. And I hope say Shraj will do the needful because this petition I want to also forward one to the president. Because the president needs to receive this same petition. I am going to sponsor one of these petitions to the presidency. And I have people on standby who will be basically pushing this petition to the president. Because in Ghana for Team K, this is the time. Let's also put our petition together. Let us move the same thing to the presidency. Because the president needs to also open investigations into this. The president needs to push this to the Council of State. I was a president Dim Ranoso. Because president wants to Dim Ranoso. Yes, so you're being pitchino. If John Mahama decides not to follow the law, about Chief Justice India with Dim Ranoso Pepe problem. Jane Mensah Dieweno, we are going to petition the president. The president should follow the law. He should work within the confinements of the Constitution. We are going to petition the president. We also want the president to forward this. He should look at it. This is Ghana money. He should forward it to the Council of State. The Council of State should take their time and analyze. When they find fascicate, if the Council of State finds primary fascicate, they should also make sure they go back to the president, follow the rules, and tell the president that they have found primary fascicate. And that the primary fascicate should also help us constitute a committee. And when a committee is constituted, it means Jane Mensah has to go. She has to step aside for the committee to do its job. So we are going to petition the president. Boss, I beg you, get this petition ready for me. Thank you very much. I've gotten the green light. The petition will be put together. We will petition the president, and then the president will move it to the Council of State. And then when the Council of State, they don't establish anything or they don't find any primary fascicate, then it's fine. But if they find a primary fascicate, then it will go to a committee, back to the president, and a committee will be set, and Jane Mensah will have to step aside for the primary fascicate that has been established for the investigations to begin. Now, this guy, Charles Bissiu granted 200,000 bail, ordered to submit passport and report to OSP monthly. This does not matter. We all know Charles Bissiu is a thief. He's a criminal. Charles Bissiu is a political thief. I don't even want to worry myself about Charles Bissiu. Now, my question to the special prosecutor is simple. Special prosecutor is a waste of time. In fact, Mr. President, you need to sack this guy. He's a lazy ass. This is a guy who is just sucking us dry. The money he's making out of this office, just being there and sitting there and doing nothing. This guy, and 40 years was so going to make his ask. We have come to that conclusion that this guy is a waste of space. Technically, he is somebody who is just wasting state resource. The special prosecutor told us that Ken Oforiatta was set Obedru Ghana May. And the date is saying, and the date is 6th of May. The special prosecutor has not given us a statement whether Ken Oforiatta is here or not. This special prosecutor is a thief. He's a criminal. He's an imposter. He's the liar. He's just using the office to amass wealth. Amount of money you trying to come man Libiana, Anka Kwawe, Anka a regular lawyer, and go and be that. Or this say Jimmy. Charles Bissiu is a thief. We don't care. Charles Bissiu is a church mouse. No matter what he does, you go to jail. We are talking about Ken Oforiatta's issue. The special prosecutor is a criminal. Or a cromfo. He does not respect Ghanaians. He always plays on the conscience, on the minds of the people. Every single day, he's some fucking stupid case that does not matter. There are real cases that matter. And those cases, Ebini Ken Oforiatta coming back to Ghana to answer questions. But this guy, this bat guy, all over the place, making it look like say Onimumrachi Obia. This guy just pretended to know the law. He pretended to be patriotic. He pretended to be smart. This guy is one of the most sneakiest, slimiest. This guy is an imposter. Mr. President, whatever you can do to sack this idiot, sack him. We don't need him. Today is the 6th of May. He has not even had the courtesy to have a press conference to update us on Ken Oforiatta and Kwasi Ade. This fool is still sitting in that office, taking salary every single day. We don't need Charles Bissiu. Charles Bissiu can't be Bonekuno. We know he's a fool. Or a crime for a buying anybody or go jail. We don't need Charles Bissiu. We need Ken Oforiatta. We need you to bring Ken Oforiatta to Ghana. And after you bring Ken Oforiatta, we have to sack you. Because you cannot be trusted. You think you're Jimmy, what you say, you are using that office to make wealth, to make money. Story to system nim. The cat is to come and tell us, because your Tiana can say, what the Interpol, or the Ken Oforiatta to international criminal list. So, any 3 days now, be say, only Ken Oforiatta lawyers, Sakasa, may Ken Oforiatta be here. Today is the 6th of May. Unya nyan sampon kanchre adikudientia Ken Oforiatta mbaye. Odo kwasi atwo edwin say Jimmy. Also na afefe wo sese de wo advert ma eye yogurt. Enti yenim nyansa. Ene sorry na atam sika ma na wudi. Mr. President, you need to sack this guy. This guy is a waste of resource. This guy is a waste of time. This guy is just wasting public funds. I don't even know why, as a nation, we are sitting there for these guys who spent all their lives pretending to be intelligent, waste our resource for no reason. Now he's giving us date, 13th to 14th May. I swear to God, 13th to 14th May, Ken Oforiatta we will come to your office. We will demonstrate. Yababe you through office war. Eh? If you are telling us that Ken Oforiatta said he's going to be here on the 13th and the 14th, we are here. Ebeba. Next week, ebeba. Now next week, 13th, 14th, say Ken Oforiatta makrum ha. Yebeba o office war. we will demonstrate and we will take you out of that office. Enkwasi asiri na akaw. Deviana Osre. I saw your advert my you go to Yugoslavia. Time when do obia also obia deliver. Osha hoko de na udi nkwasi asem. Ose 13th or 14th, we are fine. Agege boys, we will not act. Gidi gidi bia niwo, we will wait. We will maintain our level. We will maintain adole. We will wait. 13th mwa. Na 13th or the 14th ni be do. Na kano furata ni ha. I na bogu se sana noko. Sana eye enkranfo omubu baby say. Okay bemi means sanibo edenchemwa. Na beti ase. Me say 13th and 14th ba obogu se enkranfo be. Omo say okay sanibo edenche means subo yani. Na beti ase. Now I've done exactly 3 hours, 19 minutes. Now, the video we see school feeding contract and you are terminating. No. Nicaragua for a demonstration. School feeding. Aban say, what terminating contract in United States, you be shisha for fro. Na ya say, omo mu yeduane no, ye be pedi pa foforo mo betima yeduane ni ye. Minu anu mo Nicaragua state, eye Asantememu. Omo say omo ntiase. Omo no mo ye MPP fo na omo ye school feeding na omo ye nkwase yeduane no. Enti termination aba no. Omo de omo tu betwi fom akwache otumfo na omo ntie omo ho ase moma ye ntie eye Nicaraguans.
Me Ashanti Regional School Feeding Caterers Association president. I'm a payer by a school feeding. Juma akodi dwa you say Tuesday you start here January. You nya letter around 4 p.m. Friday say Abraham Mahama so we terminate your contract. The same thing if you come and say the back you can have say you be can one because you are loan na diga. Ya to ye niam nyina benada ye kɔ no aduane. Nti say Abraham Mahama say o ma ye no aduane na anka no aduane wie second term. Anka se senko ka kire no. Say de be yanka ye mfa ye loan, ye nkɔgye loan mpo na campus ya kodidwa. De ono ade ne sika kra didwa no ne kakra wa aka e no de adidwa. Nti yesre yesre yeba ni aba besre ma me gender minister say ensi ne so na ntu Abraham Mahama say ye pana show ye ne ma ye Ghana for ma ye di loan ye single parents che say ye hwe akunafo ye hwe nkokora ne mrewa gudam a ye hwe wo mu ti say ko ba say wo terminate your contract just like that dia no pasem ne say entwe yi
number your letter no mu say ye den kan
ye hu ya ne say circulate our platform so FM stations and so a report meaning say even though there is no signature effective or accurate or more the year
nti ne ba mobile and say mo be catch bi sama Mahama say loan na mo akwa akwaje no
ye kwaya ma me gender minister ho say ensi ne so na ntu ye papa Mahama say ye ne ma ye Ghana for ma ye no aduane ma de hye medi sika no a ye kuta no ye loan ye de akodi dwa anka Friday enwumre ene ye nya letter anka Tuesday chena ye kono aduane ketre bia ni Ghana ha no mo a saa de obeka so oni dwa ene na aduane no wo no a obeno anko ade a
you see when you listen to them the arrogant their posture the arrogance the disrespect matumani achia besi mahem afa VIP abankran na moba no mamu sase nkran na moba my den matutu aduane eguo enti ye den ye metua moka na keje tia de so de si man se den mo fa ngogum koton we mo de MPP ahye mo ni ase ena mo de tia santime buri kan kwase asem aduane na mo nua ena mo te na mo de bo preman mo mfie bebe amodui mo de bidia fa boni achi ahyehye eye Yugoslavia for space abegina se mo pede an yakodi dwa na keje tia de so de ne ton wom makodi dwa mo nkoto table nkan na mo nkoton posture body language Mahama ye hwe kunafo ye single mothers ya buruma ha mu na me wo bi o ya single mother ntidie brabro chebe ha single mothers de omo ye ejuma amanfo ye na ya single mother no ko di dwa egudam ye dan Inti mahama nye den onja de oye na gender minister so nja de oye na de wo akodi dwa beguo aduane amoye ne yehu aduane amoye party edidi mutrim aja mekupa so ode eye sentuntum bi na etwi de nimo waso akoto space wo eye ketia ebonanim aden a ye ne enu aduane ye ka se mo kofa mo certification bra munya beton wurem certificate kura kire se wo se mo nu aduane munya beton wurem mo de party enkwasia party sam baby mama association for VIP free Kumasi mo free Nicaragua mo anje visa mo beduru nkran o be kire wo ho na ye ni ye hwe kunafo onkwa na hwe kunafo Ghana wonkwa na baby mama wonkwa na baby afa wo na wawo a wogya wo ho masa mo asempapa bi a mo nka nkire mo ho mato aduane agudam a mo nkoto table nka onko hyehye keje tia space wo ho ye di sika we ma mo ye di aduane contract ma mo ekutia ne nkwasiade na mo de ye mo so ya na mo de twantoma bag akese e na atani akese ye ne yanya de hye ne yegimi ne atam sika ma wo na de hye de weduane akadema o ha wo ne sen nya wo tre ne be sa bodwa na nsen a amanfo beba ase hye table betuma ton akosi day week 2 weeks bi edi akosi day munya abotre muntwen ye bedi afasha na nsen a mumbo table nton munko kanche bo bank ni se de na modis aduane ne koyere nyamba so enti munni om trans na mu renegotiate obi ambo mka mutumi haha muni twatro mutumi haha muni na mo twatro na mutim mami peyin toto wodi bidia for wani mafri left to south abegina ho na mahama no na ai ye ba gender minister ho woni me kwan ye fa so ko gender minister ho obia ngisika obia mo bisika bia mopa munkoku mo ho mopa monko wro mo dross nko campaign ma MPP emphobia ho mo MPP for ye ni mo edi enkwasiade na manfa school feed na anye enkwara ti school no munya aduane ndi mo so ya na maye mutuo na mo de nkwan asa ho e de se mmoa na mo de amodi ene de mu refi enkwasiade a mo tena Ghana ye mo ti asantimemu ho ye MPP for ni ama contract. The contract has been terminated. Mu fili amonko court. Mu kruma kromfo, mo party executives are kromfo. Mu nim anything about cooking food. Ni atameduane amamo. Last me catch the NDC abain. Obi aboga beba. Sa NDC mana omo ye nkwase adwuma ma boga saba town no. E wo sa NDC bana enso edi boga seduane ni bi. Enti sa contract ne be ma NDC for ma. Omo de ma NDC for ma abain ni be ko omo ho. Emra to say obeto aba to tia NDC emphobia ho because NDC form aso enipa masora no pa to 22 wosin etwi wini makeup abegina ho abobodis una ofri Nicaragua entinka ka asare anyine ko tete table ase se aduane gudam akoto table ka ho because a man of good keje tia ton nyama no won chen omo mo nya papa nchen omo ya ma me no omo gu ewiase no omo ton ade no a omo koba no mo nchen omo party ena adokro mo mon fa ba sam sankom krom ye ba mahama ho ye ba gender minister ho ye te kroma na Ashanti regional minister odi matem se moa obi antuma so yankasa ye ntia Ashanti regional minister de nim se kokuo otena Ashanti region edi matem mukọ ne office ogina sro tuntosu ogu mu so ene de bahu matam bi de atwumanim abegina nkran onye se nkran edi agro ha epoda ha o what epo what ship abenda unti bi da etu unim si bi asase de so ewo so te mon shada te shape abenda senka what shape abenda anka ambegina kum akra meye ye firi Nicaragua e na eduane gudam na eduane gudam ade na ye enye di ne yedi eduane gudam a enye tebu na atoka hokoton say yakogi loan papa ben party for mama MPP didi mutrim ye eduane mama muntumi nye Majisha Pakistan for space abegina ho ena mufri Kumasi moshisha space free Kumasi abedru enkran mufri Nicaragua moti VIP musha space abedru enkran o hwehwe hwan na woni eye gender minister nye appointment oyi say enkran e de se keyetia ubowure ma na okoto nam na wokọ e wo say wo ye the appointment sa na enkran tie enkran edi nkan frɛ na ya den ya appointment ansa ne aba minister ho enye yi ase ne yekọ enye nsa na yekobo ne abegina be yi ye ho ene ye nuanie ene unimi ye de a ye de ade hye ene ye ne ene ekuta nse 5000 san kwase ade ne enye ne nkran so opeso ko hu minister won kran di nkan frɛ minister na ka chen say ada say ye beba ye be space aba enti aya yesrew time wom on sorry deche embo size 98 bodies be gina ho ene ye duane akadem on kwa na hwe janka mo san ko mukrom next time mo bank na mo visa aboatwe. My name is Kevin Taylor. It's been good, it's been nice. It's exactly 3 hours 28 minutes. God has been good to us. It's been a wonderful Tuesday evening. We will meet, we will discuss Ghana, we will protect what is good. My job here is to protect a good government. And what I am seeing is good governance. So I will protect it. John Dramani Mahama and the NDC, they have shown they are willing and they are ready to serve you people. We as Ghanaians, we need to guide them, protect them. If we have to constructively criticize them, we have to do that. 42 years is the agenda. We all need to work together, protect this government, protect this president, protect the destiny and the democracy of this nation. The MPP is bad news. These are dangerous disease that we cannot allow to infiltrate our democracy. Be good. God bless you, because we are all messengers who are ready and willing to speak truth to power. Abuache, good night. I will see you when I see you.
Yo! We are best fishermen. No, no answer my. Abuache. You will for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you Why round what? Why you Supuno? Why round what? It was for Belgium fan. It was the team Belgium fan. It was two Belgium fan. It was the Belgium fan. Why you Why round what? 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 Every papa no, what one is the motto? 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 Why round what? Why you Why round what? I want it. Original. I will move for bad. I want me to bad. Where you mind, don't grumble.